HBL PSL Season 10 have seen contrasting fortunes for today's two teams. Lahore Qalandars opened their campaign against the reigning champions Islamabad United. Unfortunately for the Qalandars, the holders showed no sign of letting their crown slip.
Just trying to hit it so hard, he's not even looking at it.
Yesterday, the Quetta Gladiators took on 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇, a superb batting performance.
Brilliant, absolutely nailed it over cover.
Oh, that's darn clever. That is absolutely amazing.
Was followed by an equally impressive display with the ball as they cruised to victory.
He got it! Second grab! And he loves it! Oh, beautifully held. What a catch!
Let the wicket-keeper take it, everybody. Let him. It's all over. Mohammed Amir, the man.
So will Quetta maintain their unbeaten start, or can Qalandars break their duck?
Welcome for the third night in a row. We're here in Rawalpindi, and it's the Quetta's boys and the Gladiators and the Lahore boys and the Qalandars, and it's a great sort of opportunity, I think, for Lahore to get back on the bike and find their best form after the disappointment of that bad loss, frankly, just a couple of nights ago to Islamabad. Quetta really played some impressive cricket. Crowd is sort of sprinkled around the ground at the moment, no much more than that, and there's the table. Quetta Gladiators, Islamabad United, Karachi Kings, Multan Sultans, Lahore Qalandars and Peshawar Islami. They make up what is a fabulous tournament. It's a tournament with its own energy, a tournament that's found its own identity and is now in its 10th year. And you can see the teams that have won their first games. It's early days to be judging form, but I think you felt that Lahore were really off colour the other night, and they need to sort it. Very good looking surface as far as I can see. I mean, that's what you want to bat on. It'll have enough pace, I think, come onto the bat. There's a shortish boundary to one side, and whoa, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see another 200 score here tonight. Tom Curran, we don't yet know if he's in the side, one of the overseas players, along with Sam Billings and Daryl Mitchell. Riley Russo, all sorts of names into this tournament, and pleased to be here. Saud Shakil, what an innings he played. I was out there at the toss. It was won by Saud Shakil. He's chosen to bowl first, and that just seems to be the rhythm here. It's what they all want to do. Shaheen admitted that it's what he would have chosen to do. It's a glorious evening, crystal clear skies, nice and warm, and there's their side. Over to you.
Yeah, Lahore Qalandars, well, they've only made the one change. Rashad Hussain from Bangladesh, the leg spinner, comes in. Really, they'll need their top order to fire. Abdul Shafiq was the only one, 66 in the first game. And the real question is, can Shaheen Shah Afridi come back to form with the ball in hand when he gets that opportunity?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce you, actually. Lisa, now over to you, Basim.
Yeah, Quetta Gladiators, they've just enforced more spinners into their side. Yaqeel Hussain comes in for 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇. You already know there are Abrar and Usman Tariq, mystery spinners as well. Shoaib Malik can also have a trundle, but it's a side which is banking on the spinners to make way.
More and more spin bowling in the shortest forms of the game. I did a game of cricket recently where there were 5 out of 5 were spinners.
Spinners are taking over, and you remember when T20 cricket first came in, everyone was thinking that would be the death of the spinners. Certainly not the case. Obviously, Rashid Khan is leading the way all over the globe, and he's inspired plenty more as well.
Well, Tony goes. Prediction. Well, it's not a bad prediction. They're a good side, so I have to admit. Quetta have a lot of options. They've left out the big all-rounder Kyle Jamieson this evening. Huge man he is, hits the deck hard, gives it a mighty hit, took a fine catch off his own bowling. And the one that really interests me, though, is Mohamed Amir, who's got all the skills. I had a quick chat with him before play, and he talked about the fact that you've got to adapt with the batsman. The more shots they add to the game, the more options you've got to have in response.
Absolutely, and this is his hometown, so he knows all about bowling in Rawalpindi, and knows with the new ball, it's not just about the swing, it's not just about the pace, it's also the subtle variations in pace that he has, and he goes to the slow one quite quickly nowadays because of the fact that you mentioned that pitches, the batters taking him on, so he doesn't want to be predictable at all, and we saw that in the first game. That first over that he bowled was quite an event.
Yeah, it was. He bowled 3 into the bat and 3 away from the bat, and the third of them got Babar Azam, who drove a little early at the ball. Probably didn't quite pick the length to drive at that early in an innings, and was well caught at extra cover. But there's confidence in Mohamed Amir. He really believes in his skills and applying them. A lot of people have the talent and don't dare risk it on the big occasion, but he's long in the tooth, as they say. In other words, vastly experienced. Nice setting here. As I say, we could do with more people in the ground. It's really important that cricket lovers in all of the cities get to support the players and really drive this tournament forward. One of the best things really about SA20 in South Africa is the fan base. Every ground of every size has got a strong support, a strong sense of community. And it'd be lovely if that was the case here every night. Oh yeah, they got it. Here come the umpires. They got the white ball. Chris Brown and Hassan Raza, 2 good men and true. The Gladiators get together under the eye and the words of this man, the ultimate in mentors to any team. 10 years he's been with them all the time. The great Viv Richards, alongside him Sean Abbott, will be relishing the time spent in Seville. Few players, if any, in the history of the game have commanded an audience in the way that Viv Richards did. They used to say he emptied the bars. In other words, everybody was in their seat when he was walking to the wicket. Zaman, who has it in him to turn a game, make a game, set up a game, dominate a game. Unbelievable natural ability, power, and of course a natural timer of the cricket ball, as all the best players are. I had a brief chat with Saad Shakil earlier about timing it rather than hitting it, and even in this format of the game you get driven a little bit by your bottom hand and trying to hit the ball. But timing is still the answer. Mohamed Naeem is out there with the Fakhar Zaman. I think Fakhar Zaman can spend a bit more time at the crease. I don't think he has to explode out of the box in the way that he looked to do the other night, unless there are poor balls.
Yeah, Fakhar Zaman is so important for Lahore Qalandars' cause. Aaqil Hussain, we know how good he is with the new ball in the power play, swinging it rather than turning it. But when Lahore Qalandars won this HBL PSL, it was Fakhar Zaman who really drove that advantage home, and that's why at the top of the order he's so important for Lahore Qalandars. Remember, he's coming back after injury, so just give him a little bit of leeway also, because he hasn't played cricket for a while now.
Well, it's a bold move to bowl Aaqil at him. Although I've got to say, Aaqil Hussain's got an amazing temperament. He never seems to be stressed by anything that goes on. Shane Warne used to say you've got to have a lot of courage as a spinner, particularly in these short forms. As the boundaries get smaller and the bats get bigger, a lot of courage, and you need a lot of love. In other words, the captain has got to be on your side. Aaqil Hussain then against Fakhar Zaman to start off the 3rd match in this 10th edition of the PSL.
Yeah, little arm balls. Don't expect him to turn the ball back into Fakhar Zaman. But first slip in place as well, just for the outside edge. It's where he's most successful as well.
There you go. Beautiful footwork.
Yeah, he knows that the ball's not going to turn back at him, so he gave himself room to access the offside. And because of the room that he got, he was able to hit it straight down the ground. Over mid-off. Good start for Fakhar.
Mid-on and mid-off have both retreated to the edge of the circle. 30-yard circle. And one of them does the fielding there.
Yeah, you get a sense that 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 will prefer bowling to the right-hander. Can potentially threaten the outside edge and then also the inside edge as well, with the ball swinging back in. That's his preference. That's why Fakhar Zaman can actually face majority of those deliveries. They almost nullify 𝐄𝐍𝐿𝐻𝐿.
Now he's operating, remember, only 2 fielders are allowed outside the ring. So he's operating with mid-off back and square leg back. Everybody else is inside that ring. Thump down the ground. Pretty good thump down the ground. It's either a brilliant stop or he's got a tad unlucky. He doesn't know. Even at 42, 𝐄𝐍𝐿𝐻's got the legs.
Well, this is not exactly where he was aiming to hit. He was trying to go through the offside. Got the inside chunk of the bat, and 𝐄𝐍𝐿𝐻 does a pretty good job. Yeah, very much aware of where he is. But he did hair around the boundary.
And I stand corrected, he's 43.
Don't give him another year. It's nasty.
You can only deal in the truth. Looks like, what are they going to give for that? It's not this one here. I think that's a 4. He has to be touching the rope when he scoops it the second time. Has to be 4, doesn't it? No? So I think it's been given 4, but we just haven't seen it from the umpire, that's all. I'm pretty sure I'm getting the score. Has that been given a 4? Yeah, okay, it was a boundary. Which is why the score's gone for 9, of course. But good firm strike. That's absolutely the tactic. If the ball's even slightly over pitched, you've got to launch into it. 13 for no wicket.
Yeah, that was the arm ball. You can see the seam position and just went with it. The length was up there, that step hit length. Just a little bit too easy. Either he's got to get it full up or he's got to bring the length back. He's almost got to sneak it under the bat. Both sides making one change, each bringing in a spin. Both of them 𝐿𝐻𝐿, but from different countries.
Okay then, I've been raving about Mohammad Amir, and we can watch him in action immediately. He's got a bowl at one of the most dangerous opening batsmen in the game, Fakhar Zaman. A slip is in place. Immediately takes pace off the ball and gets the ball away from him. Whether he did that on purpose or not, I don't know. It's not a bad idea. There it is. I've got to tell you, PCB is giving the super fans a chance to win a brand new car. All you have to do is participate in the Jazz Recharge and Win activity. Remember, maximum recharges will increase your chances to win. It's a belter. Kind umpiring. A bowler's umpire clearly is Chris Brown.
Yeah, interesting. Even the width as well, I thought it did move a fair way away from the left-hander, but we often see the line balls never go the bowler's way.
Because Oman is organising the back grip. Do you remember, what was that thing called? We used to roll the cone, and you'd roll the bat rubber down the cone and then onto your handle. And bats were precious things. They're very expensive bats. It's a real problem. They're running out of willow, and there's a real issue in long term about cricket bats and their price. Kids and families aren't lucky enough to have a lot of money. Really battle.
I know they're experimenting with a little bit of bamboo as well. They're trying to figure out different ways potentially of how do they sustain cricket. But we digress.
Yeah, we do. But if you could find a way to use half as much willow, so have a laminate of some sort or an alternative substance, that would help. Definitely, there's a lot of research going into that. Naeem now. Oh, bowl. Class.
BYD leads the world in electric vehicles, and HBL PSL leads the game in talent. So scan the QR code and vote for the player you think should drive this BYD as the player of the tournament home. So electric car. Mark, very quick, these electric cars. There's no lag in them, so we want one.
Well. Oh, he misjudged it completely. That is Usman Tariq, and he just got that wrong. That ball hung in the air for a long time. Hang time.
And as ever, Mohammad Amir having a stern word. He goes away from the right-hander. That's a change-up. And that should have been caught. He should have at least got a hand to it. There was so much time to get underneath that. He's never got anything near. And Mohammad Amir straight away signaling, yeah, Wave doesn't like it. Signals change him.
That was a great shot, Viv Richards. Still intense. And more clever bowling from Mohammad Amir. Well done. What a start from him. 16 for no wicket.
When someone bowls so well and very skillful, batters really try to upset their rhythm. Tried to go down the ground initially, didn't necessarily work. Now went the little lap. It's too clever. He sees all of it. He predicts it. 16 off the first 2 over. Not convincing just yet.
Shafiq played very well the other night. Not so Mitchell Billings. It was a struggle for them. They just didn't seem to, I don't know, have any rhythm. I suppose they're just starting out the tournament. They look rusty for sure. Jahandad, I like the look of him. He bowls fast. And a quick look at this. I wonder if we've got time for it now. We'll do it in a minute. We'll have a look at Mohammad Amir's first over in a second. Gorgeous views. on a gorgeous evening. Abrar took 4 for 30 or 40 the other night, bowled really well, 4 for 42. Really liked his attitude. He's full of confidence, almost cheeky confidence, I'd say. But he had excellent control.
What Fakhr will try and do is take him down in this Pepsi power play, because remember, last game he bowled in the power play, got 4 wickets, got player of the match.
Oh, good stop. Oh, excellent fielding. Yeah, quite a heavy fellow, Riley Rousseau, but he was quicksilver there.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to field those because it doesn't go where you expect it to go, but moved exceptionally well. Went with 2 hands. Bowler appreciates it as well. Those are the little efforts that really help.
Got him. Abrar continues exactly where he left off the other night.
Slowed it up, really slowed that delivery. And Naeem sort of waited for it for a while, but just couldn't get in sync with the pace off the surface and out of the hand. It takes an eternity almost to get to him. Little outside edge too, as he hits the stumps. Abrar yet again in the power play delivers. Not the same celebration, but a big wicket to start off with. Mohammad Naeem out for 10, Lahore 17 for 1.
Don't even think of slogging me around. Abdullah Shafiq. Absolutely the standout in the Lahore side the other night. Nice elegant player, but benefited of course from having the ball coming on when he first went in. He hit a couple of lovely square drives through the offside, 1 cover drive, 1 square drive. A bit more difficult here. He's got to make pace on the ball, and Abrar Ahmed is in great nick, brimming with confidence. I love his celebrations. There's a new one tonight. He's clearly thought them through. We'll have a look at it again in a moment. Scan the QR code, download 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 app and enter into the lucky draw and get a chance to win a motorcycle at every match game. The terms and conditions apply, of course. 𝐄𝐍𝐿𝐶𝐶. Go Abrar. A fine over, and we're halfway through the Pepsi power play, and it's being dominated by the bowlers. Men to come, the New Zealander Daryl Mitchell, who's a class player, good temperament, big occasion player. They need him firing. Sam Billings, who has a rare talent, bit inconsistent, but boy, when he's on, he's really good. Kandaraza, Jahandad. Rashad ball into the side. And of course, Shaheen, when he has a day, hits it miles. Braz already got the cap on. That's the Faisal Mahmood cap. For those that don't know, and I'm sure there won't be many, but Faisal Mahmood, a wonderful seam bowler for Pakistan in another era, another age. Viv's got it. Look at Slim Viv. Oh, imagine. Abrar's been awarded the Inverex Faisal Mahmood cap today. He's currently the top wicket taker. Jason Holder's also got 4 wickets, but because Abrar is playing today, it gets awarded to him. Well, there you go.
Oh, we were talking about how skillful Mohammad Amir is. This is the first over. The length short, leaving the left-hander, that one coming back in, and then across the right-hander. Missed opportunity there, and then goes the fuller delivery. Almost expecting him to lap. Very clever.
Oh, good shot. Ease and grace. And it's the first boundary for a while, actually. 14 balls. We saw that thrash down the ground by Fakhar Zaman. And then the boundary tumble by Shoaib Malik. This is the first boundary since then. Just in the slot, wasn't it? When you're new to the wicket, you don't have to do anything. You love balls at your legs, at your pads, at your toes, because you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to watch it, time it. Well, no, it doesn't matter then. Get it away from him, and he still times it sweet. Fine batting.
Man in form. One through the onside, and this one just back of a length. He sees it just behind point. Let the ball come on to the bat. Didn't go searching, just let it come and placed it away. That shows you that he is in form. No better sign than a batter letting the ball come on to him.
I think the great thing about the previous delivery was that he did actually get it past Riley Russo, whilst Mohammad Amir was annoyed. You could see Riley Russo saying, I missed it by about a metre. It was just going away from me. So he's opening up his wrist really well on the offside and the leg side.
Oh, he got away with one. Oh, moral victory, but morals don't win you match. They win you honour, not match.
Sometimes you need a little bit of luck in T20 cricket. That could have cannoned into the stumps. Just was a little bit hesitant, wasn't he? Wasn't quite sure. Do I play at it? Do I leave it? I'll just poke at it.
It was that length, wasn't it? Absolutely catch you on the crease length, and seemed a little, which got the bat away from the body and the hands away from the body, and the bat was at an angle, and that's why the inside edge came. 4 overs in the Pepsi power play gone, 32 for 1. This is a sponsor hasn't really been timed. There's quite a lot of spin on it. A reminder of the cap, but Pakistan's #1 solar brand, of course, Inverex, trusted for over 15 years. Share your thoughts in the comments on Inverex social media post for a chance to win free tickets. Nice shot. Oh, body shape, beautifully held.
Yeah, lovely. Gave himself a bit of room, but then came down the track. Abrar bowling into the pads, but even so, that's a lovely shot. Fakhr looks in the groove.
Boy, that's frustrating. When you're thinking ahead of, okay, this is how I'm going to score, and then there's a low full toss and you've gone to switch in and you've missed out. That's the problem sometimes.
It just seems a very good pitch, so even though there was a stuttering start, there's still 39 or 4.4, and you know this ground you need to score big, and to defend any total you have to have plenty of runs in front of you.
Yeah, easier than the other night when Lahore Qalandars played against Islamabad. The two Pepsi power play scores after 6 overs were 36 and 37. Loss of 2 wickets and 1 wicket. Excellent. He's really got inside that, but underneath it, and for once Abrar didn't control an over. 43 for 1.
He looks really good, doesn't he? Abdullah Shafiq, very clear in what he's trying to do. Still that base. Yeah, 11 runs off that over.
The Inverex Hanif Mohammed cap there with Abdullah Shafiq after that half century in that first game. And he's off and running again in his second. Good to see that Fakhr has just given himself a little bit of time to get in. Already mentioned in that first 5 overs, we're still in the Pepsi power play. And it was Lisa Stalaker who mentioned coming back from injury, Fakhr. And you know what it's like as a batter. Sometimes you actually start looking for shots as well. Give yourself a bit of time. Ramiz Raja, good evening, by the way.
Good evening, yes, absolutely. And so far so good, because Fakhr Zaman needs to kick in for Lahore Qalandars if they are to have a pleasant evening. Abdullah Shafiq probably is as important because he's the man in form.
The Jazz fan pulse moment, which HBL PSL venue witnessed most sixes in a single season. 250 plus was at the National Stadium in Karachi, the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore, Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium right here, or the Multan Cricket Stadium. The Jazz fan pulse moment.
Oh, that's massive. That is brilliant. Nailed it, to say the least. He picked up the link so early and deposited it over mid-wicket. What a shot that is.
Ramiz, it was like he was listening to that Jazz fan pulse moment question. The amount of sixes. Is it this pitch is it here? It's the flattest one, you can say that, and he picks up on length so quickly. Of course it's a KFC power hit. It is smashed out of the ground. It's brilliant.
When he's on song, he's such a good player to watch. Drives well, and that was a massive pull. And straight away, there's some adjustment that has been made on the leg side. Mid-wicket has been positioned straight. There's improvisation, and there she goes for 4. This is excellent from Abdullah Shafiq. He is making it count. His form has been excellent, and today he's completely on the job, on the button.
And you know what makes this even better? Forget your form internationally. It doesn't matter. You're playing franchise cricket now. You're playing for your team right here, right now. Manipulate where you want to hit the ball, where you want fielders to go. Open up areas, and that's exactly what he's doing. 2 balls to go in this Pepsi power play, and they are off and running once again.
Cut shot off the back foot. That will race away to the fence also. Now that's a package of some classy shots for you. Pull over mid-wicket for a 6, improvisation, the lap for 4, and then this powerful drive through the offside.
And that's what 2020 cricket is all about. You can still play proper cricket shots. You'd see that in any form of the game. Get on top of the bounce, use the pace, use how quick this outfield is, how flat this pitch is, and pressure on the bowlers. You're going to see that all the way through the HBL PSL, especially here in Rawalpindi. It is so flat.
Oh, there's another opportunity to put that one away for a fence. I thought there was a big inside edge.
And this is one part of the game where I think as a bowler you should be able to say, just get the third umpire to just have TV umpire, just have a little look at this. Can you hear it? Hits him on his either his front pad or his back foot. It shouldn't be a wide, and it could be crucial in the game.
An extra ball will be bowled. Let's see how crucial this becomes. Works it away for a run. He will keep the strike. An excellent over for Lahore Qalandars, and for Abdullah Shafiq, 60 for 1 after 6. Pepsi power play comes to an end.
Well, they're put into bat, and a poor performance in their opening game. Mohamed Naeem, who's been invested really and given his opportunity, just not quite got up and running. Abrar Ahmed again with wickets. But this man now, he looks in the form of his life. Struggled internationally, yes, but get that. Pick up length quickly, classic shots, perfect Pepsi power play for the Qalandars.
And it just goes on to show that, you know, you've got to be technically equipped to be successful in T20 format. I think the general theme that's been fed to the fans here in Pakistan is that you've got to be a hitter to be successful in T20. Well, have a look at Abdullah Shafiq. There's technique, and yet the pace is there. He's going at 220. Right, a big pause, and he delivers, and delivers well. Parkview City, free hit for fans, win a house contest. Who was the top wicket taker for Pakistan in the 1992 Cricket World Cup?
Quite apt with you on commentary.
Yeah.
Can't remember who you beat, really. Who was it? I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult really to hit him. And I explained that in the pre-show. I mean, he's like a submarine. There's no bounce at all. He undercuts himself, he bowls with a slinging action, and then there is no bounce. So you need a little bit of bounce to hit a bowler for a 4 or a 6 to be aggressive. You can't be aggressive because of his weird action, he pauses, there's a complete kind of a full stop, and then there's this submarine delivery.
Yeah, he certainly does. And just remember with that question for the Parkview City, that visit Parkview City Facebook page to answer the question, and obviously that chance to win a house. Also, you can win mobile phones as well, so lots on offer. Get involved. But yeah, he is something unique. How and in some ways it's so slow. You've got to actually sometimes make the pace as a batter, or create pace if you can.
And you're just a little bit afraid also walking out of the crease to hit him, because there's this pause, and there's a reason why he takes that pause, because he's probably looking at the feet of the player, batsman. If he charges, then I'm going to shorten the length and probably bowl a wider angle as well. So many things working for him.
Well, I'm not going to give the name of the batter who I talked to last year about him. He said he hasn't got a clue which way it's going. But I'm not going to give you the name of him because they're listening. But he just said it's so difficult to pick up which way it's going to turn, because it's just, it pauses and pauses and holds and holds. He's waiting for you to come at him.
Excellent over after 7, 65 for 1. Shafiq partnership now worth 48 of just 28 balls. Going has been good for Lahore Qalandars after they lost the toss and were inserted in by Quetta Gladiators. Akeal Hussain, left arm spinner. Will he get a little bit of shape off the surface? That is such a good start. The ball gripped and it did turn.
And also look at the pace, just under 90 kilometers per hour. And I think that is what's been, that has rewarded the spinners, where they're able to just vary their pace. Fans enjoying the match at the Tapal Tea Lounge. Hot cups of tea being served at the Tapal Tea Lounge now, and I'm craving one myself, Ramiz. I really need one, and remember, it's Pakistan's #1 chai, Tapal Danidar.
Danidar granules. Oh, that's smashed. That is smashed for 6. It made a great sound as well. He is really now cracking it up, Fakhar Zaman, and they want him to be in such good stride and strike. Can he continue to thrill and impress?
Yeah, that brings up that 50 partnership of 31. And this is danger signs for the Gladiators with Fakhar in this form at the moment. Giving himself time to get in. Yes, his strike rate is only 133, but if he gets in, that's just going to go one way. Just remember that the KFC is awarding higher education scholarships to deserving students for every 6 that is hit in the HBL PSL Season 10. Brilliant from KFC, brilliant from all the sponsors, to be fair.
Oh, soft dismissal, but he deserves it because he's hitting that length, getting it to spin. And that's a massive breakthrough because Shafiq was going great. Undone when he was looking good for 37 of 21 balls. Second wicket has fallen for Qalandars.
Big moment in the match. Just watch how it goes into the surface. His bowls it into the surface. It just grips. And he's trying to work it to the leg side and maybe just gets a little bit of the outside edge, right-hand side of the bat. Man who's in form, Shafiq, gone. Brought into the game today, 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇, gone for 37, 73 for 2.
I got to say it was a soft dismissal in the end, trying to work it away for a single. Didn't really hit it hard. Daryl Mitchell is in. An excellent player all round, but he plays spin superbly. Is wanting to bat with the run rate at 9.32, so kind of will get a head start. It's not a dire situation for Daryl Mitchell, and he's an excellent player of spin bowling, so good inclusion at this stage. Excellent over comes to an end, 73 for 2.
Yeah, and his experienced bowler bowls in power plays quite a lot in T20s, and like you said, it is probably a soft dismissal, but don't take anything away from 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 because he's bowling it into the surface and it just holds.
Yeah, that's gone through for 4. Excellent placement. And Fakhar Zaman, well, he's got to find a way to attack him because attacking him down the ground is going to be tough. But this was well executed. Nice roll of the wrist and somehow found that acute gap between the two fielders.
Just hope he hasn't hurt himself there. He's obviously just clipped a wicket end or something, or his studs have got stuck in the surface. And he went down quite heavily, Fahim Ashraf. Again, he had to wait and wait and wait, Fakhar, and just see here, does he get his studs stuck? Well, I think he just goes over. Yeah, his ankle.
Banged his head quite badly in the end. Yeah, got stuck. Fell, and it's a bad fall actually. Yeah, we'll have a little pause for a concussion moment, I think. He's trying to know whether his faculties are okay. He's fine, he's okay. Yeah.
Sign up and use PayPack debit card to avail best discounts in Pakistan.
All seems to be okay with Fahim Ashraf. But the focus is definitely on Tariq. Let's see how Daryl Mitchell reads him. It'll be a bit of a test. He's not getting a ball to bounce a great deal. He's quite clever. And he can bowl wicket to wicket, can bowl a wider angle as well. This should be very interesting.
And he enjoys batting in Pakistan. 200s, 250s in one-day internationals for Daryl Mitchell.
I mean, look at the pace. 78.9, 86, 80.3. There's variation, there's cleverness. And there's that huge grunt as well. So far, at best, you can time in, but difficult really to muscle the ball.
Well, a lot of the not really modern day batters, the good batters, like to go deep in the crease for spinners. And I think that's a problem against Tariq because of his lack of pace, but also lack of bounce because he's so slingy.
All he has to do is to work on his fielding. I think one area where he needs to be better than a submarine is got to come up the surface and make it count.
Periscope up.
Yeah, periscope up, fielding periscope up. And he'll be a natural fit in Pakistan's playing 11 because they're in desperate need to find a new face in the spin department. And after 9, 81 for 2. .81 for 2. And so Quetta Gladiators maintaining a position out there with the ball. Run rate has dropped down to 9. Attacking the stumps, 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇, keeping it nice and simple, hitting that length and trying to spin the ball. And we've seen the variations. That last ball delivered at 94.6. This is quicker as well, and that's gone quicker off the bat as well for 6. Tremendous strike once again, favoring the leg side. And 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 knows once he bashes the ball like that, Fakhr, he usually gets a 6.
Another scholarship for KFC, don't even have to show it every time. Dangerous play when he's in this form. Like the fact that he's given himself a bit of time, but now probably he's thinking, I've got to move on now, I've got to move through the gears, I've got to put them under a bit of pressure early on in the over, which he has done. Download the app, www.exchangeon.io, the world's first arbitrage crypto exchange.
continue to bat like that in the initial phase of his innings. He'll not take a lot of risk. There are a lot of overs left. Half the innings still available to Daryl Mitchell, and so he'll pace it quite nicely.
Well, there's two options, isn't there? Either he comes in and hits and Thacker bats all the way through, or the other way round. Thacker now is in, go, Mitchell bats to the end.
That's hit so hard. That's such a good shot. We saw power, we saw placement, and we saw a lot of class.
And that ball is caused by the sweep for 6, because he thinks now, right, I've got to just bring my length back and go back into the surface, but it's too wide. And we know how quick this outfield is. Even though it's lush green grass, it just runs away. Freebie really for a left-hander, so wide, just cut it away. Into the 40s now, Thacker.
Another wider angle attempted. Picks up a single, maintains the strike after 10, 95 for 2.
Over number 11, Usman Tariq to continue. Lahore finds themselves in a very good position in this game. Sea change in their approach. Some felt they were relentlessly depressing in their first outing, but what an enterprising start for them in this one. And it's good to see Fakhar Zaman taking the pressure on himself. Batting with responsibility. You must be enjoying, Lisa, the way Fakhar is approaching this game tonight.
Yeah, I am, because you just saw up there the spinners. Were wielding their little magic. So the pace being really dropped down by Tariq.
Oh, sports need sponsors, and here is another one. Here's the challenge for the fans of the game. Show their strength. Sting one punch, and you can win prizes. Oh, this is brilliant. This is brilliant from Fakhar Zaman. Yeah, when you give attention to the detail, the impact is louder and greater. What a stroke from Fakhar Zaman, brings 100 on the board.
Yeah, what I like about this shot is that he actually came out. Yes, there was the width on offer, but because of the unique bowling action, not many batters actually come out of their crease.
And that's where Fakhar Zaman has made the difference. Every time he managed to pick up a boundary, the next delivery, he has thought about a single, rotating the strike. And this augurs well for Lahore Qalandars in this game. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. And the umpire agrees.
He goes straight up. Just got, it's almost like his bat's got caught behind his leg.
TV umpire to director. We have a player
Yes,
review for
referred it.
LBW. On-field decision is out. I have checked the field. It's a fair delivery. Start with the front one, please. Ball is close to the bat. Let's confirm with the ultra-edge. Keep rolling. Roll it back, please. One more frame, please. Roll it back. Couple of frame now, yes. Space. Evan, one more frame back, please. For me, please. Roll back, roll back, roll back. Yes. I can see a gap between bat and the ball, and this comes as a murmur. I can see the gap between bat and ball, and the ball still is behind the bat. Now roll forward. Yes, please. Roll it back. It looks like the batting ground and that it's here. Okay. Now roll forward. You're satisfied? No batting ball. You can move on to ball tracking when it's ready. Yes, please. Original decision out. Pitching in line, impact in line, wickets missing. Asan, I recommend you overturn your decision out to not out. Stand by. You're on the screen now. Make a signal, please.
That was a narrow escape for Daryl Mitchell. Looked mighty close with the naked eye. Has to give him. One has to give him. That was a good referral.
I think he surprised himself a little bit, to be fair. Usman Tariq actually kind of said, hang on, I'm not quite sure. Because do I normally turn it that much? I don't think I turn it that much. Relief. He's happy. Like I said, sometimes you need a little bit of luck to go your way.
End of the 11th, it's 1 or 2 for 2.
The real thing for Lahore right now, they're in perfect position. They've set a wonderful platform. 102, 11th over. Still lots of batting to come as well. They'll be eyeing off something in that vicinity over 200. 219 would be even better.
Picturesque ground, this Rawalpindi Stadium. It's a batsman's paradise. Well, both the sides have decided it's going to be Tapal, strategic timeout. in a very good position, Lahore Qalandars tonight. And a good news, Fakhar Zaman is out there in the middle for them. And he's batting well.
Yeah, what's been so impressive, so he's played great cricket shots. He's gone with the spin, and when he's decided to go against the spin, he's gone all the way to the leg side for 6. 2 big blows so far. And the great thing about Fakhar Zaman is if he starts scoring runs, it is so good for his side, Lahore Qalandars. They find a way of winning because he sets it up. A lot of boundary through the offside, those 2 big hits that I mentioned to the leg side. Everything really in front. He doesn't need to play behind.
Yeah, he's inching closer to his 20th PSL 50. Fahim Ashraf. Well, what really impressed me about Fakhar Zaman in this innings is he combined improvisational and technical skills to the beat. And the opposition captain must be saddled with worries because he's the threat at the moment for them.
Yeah, one thing you know with class players is that they go through the gears beautifully, don't they? They may go into first, second, and then they ramp up pretty quickly into 5th, 6th gear as well. So with this base now, he's already striking it at 168. And we know what Daryl Mitchell can do. He's a little bit quiet at the moment.
That's into the gap. Well, such a true pitch, this one. The batsmen have been able to score runs of good deliveries. And here was a long hop, not for the first time from Fahim. And he's been penalised.
Yeah, short and 2 straight. Just gets in wonderful position, doesn't he, Daryl Mitchell? Doesn't try to overhit it. He knew where the gap was. Watch out, Buggy.
Good communication, Lisa. A bit of risk taken, and it's been rewarded with a boundary.
We've seen a few, haven't we? A few that have probably stayed a little bit low. And for him would have been happy. The wobble scene that, oh, he's gone back. If he misses it, I'm in with a good chance. But he just plays it out beautifully in front of his pads and gets it fine enough. Back-to-back boundaries now. This could be a big over.
He'll be happy with this dot delivery for Fahim Ashraf. Another initiative taken by Vigo. Bhangra Cam is live. If you see yourself on the big screen, show us your best dance moves and light up the stadium. One lucky dancer will win exciting prizes from Vigo Tel. Oh, nice. Very nice. Went all the way. What a hit.
Strike the pose. Daryl Mitchell. Remember, before this over, he was 6 off 10. Talk about acceleration and going through the gears. Step hit length. Wonderful high elbow. Good from a technical point of view. Don't have to overhit it. 78 metres and away it goes.
Yeah, you're right. He was a reluctant batsman against the spinners. He was batting with a measured approach. The moment he saw Fahim Ashraf into the attack, he must have told himself, it's my time. And he's doing it quite well, Daryl Mitchell. Twelve done. It's 117 for 2.
this partnership has just exploded, really, in just the last handful of deliveries. 44 off 25. Darren Mitchell 20 off 15. Fakhar Zaman 24 off 10. Both going at the same time, which is worrisome, really, for the Quetta Gladiators.
Lahore Qalandars going great guns in this game. Whenever the captain is feeling a bit of pressure, Saud Shakil, he reverts to Abrar, who has obliged him so many times in this PSL. Very lucky on that occasion, Abrar. Another milestone achieved by the left-hander Fakhar Zaman, 20th half-century.
You feel that this is exactly what the group needed. They needed him to lead from the front, to be able to set up a platform. He's done that exceptionally well. And now he's put his team in a wonderful position to get well over 200. You know he's not done yet. He's a type of player that goes on to score big innings.
A couple of centuries scored last night must have inspired Fakhar Zaman.
He doesn't want to miss out. I don't blame him.
Now looking for two. Making use of the acreage, Darren Mitchell.
They could almost have gone for three if Fakhar Zaman hadn't followed through on the second. But that's just clever, isn't it? Understanding depth, being able to go, okay, let me just take back my ego. I'm not looking for a boundary, but hey, look, I can still get multiples. I just hit to the 30-yard circle and away we go.
Yeah, no need to get extravagant. And the captain has brought him into the attack to break this partnership. If they don't give him the wicket, they'll further pressurize the opposition. This is intelligent.
And it's almost like, you're right, the spin has kept them fairly quiet. The two wickets that have fallen have both gone to the spinners, Abrar and Akeal Hussain. So it's important that they keep rotating the strike against the spinners.
Well, it's a crowd selfie moment with Vigotel smartphone. Smile won't hurt.
Or maybe look at the camera as well. Not our camera, her camera.
That's good. That is good. Into the gap. Boundary scored of this over. And 50 on the board between these two.
Look out, everyone. These guys are setting up the batting innings exceptionally well. A little bit of a grimace. Let's hope everything's okay there. But he drove the ball beautifully straight back down the ground.
Good over for Lahore Qalandars. Without breaking a sweat, managed to score 11 of the over. 13 done, it's 128 for 2. Won't Lahore Qalandars be happy with 233? That must be their target. As long as Fakhar Zaman is out there in the middle, can be achievable.
Well, a little bit more spin. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇. What can he do? Left-hander is ideal for him.
Welcome. Shoaib Malik with a boundary. He only bowled a solitary over in the previous outing and he conceded 19. Wasn't a great start once again for Shoaib Malik.
No, you get a sense that he wants to be the traditional off-spinner, doesn't he? He wants to fly at the ball, he wants to try and beat them on the outside as well, and hopefully some grip in turn. He's got to fire the ball in.
This is good. This is very good from Fakhar. After getting a boundary, handed the strike to his partner.
Yeah, onside and through the covers. That's his favourite area, even behind point, 20%.
Now that graphic was indicative of the fact, especially when you mentioned that he managed to score 20 runs square of the wicket. This pitch has a bit of pace.
I think it's pitched outside, but he got excited for a moment, and they won't even have a discussion whether they should go up. J. the official styling partner of HBL PSL.
Oh, this is brilliant. Inside out. And a sweet result. He's turning it on.
Oh, he's tempted again, isn't he? He wants to toss it up, see if he can buy a wicket. He can't. Not on this pitch, not against Fakhar Zaman either. Seam position's nice, but boy, that footwork. Hands extending through, comes inside out. This is another big over.
And he didn't try to overhit the ball, just guided the ball. And the result was sweet. That's what he should be looking to do most of the times. Angle the ball in. Don't give any room to Fakhar Zaman.
Yeah, you got to fire it in. Okay, numbers is pretty much the same still.
Oh, this is big. This is big. Great way to finish the over with a humongous 6. It's 144 for 2.
Again, exceptional footwork. Head down at point of impact. Energy through the ball. For young boys and girls watching, this is the guy that you want to try and emulate. 88 metres. Amir, I thought you were going to catch it at one stage. It was coming to us.
He can hit a long ball. The expressions are telling. Oh, what an innings from Fakhar Zaman. Has lit up Rawalpindi Stadium. And he's not behind Daryl Mitchell. He's matching the ambience.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be left behind. Can you believe after the last 30 deliveries, 66 runs have been scored. Over 200 strike rate. The base has been set. Now it's time to absolutely cash in. Beautiful extension through again by both players. It's almost like they're mimicking each other. You hit 1-6, I'll hit another.
The running has been good too. Most of the players have shown good understanding.
Chant goes up. They sense something. They sense more runs.
Pitch outside. Pitch outside. Easy decision for Raza, the officiating umpire. Batter's point of view, eyeing up the gaps. Once again, come down the track and done well by the fielder. Hassan Nawaz is the fielder. Certainly saved a couple of runs for his side.
He's got a long reach, hasn't he? As the 150 is up as well. This is ominous signs for the Quetta Gladiators. They might be chasing something well above 220. The acceleration is on.
Wasn't a great delivery. And still had the time to pick up a couple of runs.
Time for fans to enjoy cricket with Pakistan's own brand, Tapal, at the Tapal Tea Lounge. It's the #1 tea brand in Pakistan.
How many you had so far, Lisa? Oh, that was clever. Saw the batter coming out of the crease, changed the line, changed the direction, and good work behind the stumps to get rid of Daryl Mitchell, who started to threaten.
A little bit of brilliance was required to break this partnership. 80 of 43 deliveries. You're right, he saw in. And Daryl Mitchell was caught in no man's land. Didn't even bother to try and come back. That's excellent work behind the stumps. Mendes to be able to take it and then drag the ball back. An enterprise innings of 37. Lahore 153 for 3.
Came out of the crease a bit too early for the bowler to see it. But how about the job done by the wicketkeeper, Kusal Mendes? He showed good footwork.
Sikandar Raza. Yeah, one thing in the last game for Lahore Qalandars, it was their middle order that really didn't fire, did it? Daryl Mitchell, Sam Billings, their overseas international, Sikandar Raza as well, they did not fire. Slightly different situation tonight. Beautiful base, thanks largely to Fakhar Zaman, who's still there. Now Sikandar Raza. His play is quite unique, he's quite happy to play different shots. That's why maybe he got elevated in front of Sam Billings.
Once again, good returns for Abrar. 2 for 33 in his allotted quota. 15 done. It's 153 for 3.
So let's see if he gives a little signal. No, nothing really there. So that just tells you how well Mendes was to be able to take this, get himself in the right position and take the ball back to the stumps. Excellent work behind the stumps.
Abrar Ahmed now has picked up 6 wickets. Goes big, connects well. Has he connected well? Not to be. I think Fahim Ashraf will take that quite easily in the end. It's a good catch. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 bids farewell to Fakhar Zaman. He could have been deadly dangerous in the last 5. He's done. He's gone.
Quetta Gladiators, a wicket in the last over and a wicket here. Big wicket. Fakhar Zaman, who was going some, in the end gobbled up by Fahim Ashraf. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 angling the ball away, gets a huge wicket. Fakhar out for 67. Lahore Qalandars 153 for 4.
Even though 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 has been a little bit expensive for what he normally does in T20s, he's still got the ability to just hold that one back a little bit. Fahim Ashraf takes quite a simple catch. Good innings comes to the end. He's happy to get rid of him. Looking dangerous and played really well for 67.
Doesn't have a lot of time to settle down. Sam Billings is in and he's got to get cracking straight away. Still got wickets in hand. Raza is an excellent player of spin. Billings, what about him? Well, they've opted for a catcher. They've got to slip in. Massive blow in the shape of Fakhar Zaman. They needed him in the last few. But he usually backs himself to hit a 6, even though there's a lot of fielders on the leg side. He still backs himself. Running onto the danger area, 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 has just been politely warned by the umpire. Well, falls. Sikandar Raza falls, and they were initiating a couple, not to be.
No spikes on the ground. He just on the side of his foot, so no grip at all. So had to settle for one in the end.
Trying to locate the ball. Tariq was the fielder. This has been a good over so far, Hussain. Making it kind of a comeback. He was punished for quite a few in the first couple of overs. And so this has been a very fine return. Anything less than 10 as a strike rate will help Quetta Gladiators to build something in that break. Talk about a possible run chase. They've got the depth in the batting department to get over the line, so singles really will not hurt Quetta Gladiators at this stage. So far so good from 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇. He's still got one ball to deliver.
And even with the left-hander, he doesn't turn the ball in, he fires it away, which is taken away from the hit zone for Fakhar Zaman. And it's a good height for the catch. It's gone in the air for quite a while. Fahim Ashraf does really well.
That's a wonderful over from 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇. He was under pressure and he has delivered. It's 158 for 4.
Amar has got 2 overs remaining. He'll probably come into the attack to end those death overs, but who else does bowl? Usman Tariq has an over. Does he trust Fahim Ashraf with one more, which is the question. Nabrah's bowled through, so the options are Amir, obviously Usman Tariq with one over. Shoaib Malik, will he trust him with an over? It's either Fahim Ashraf or Shoaib Malik then.
You're trying to figure out the field. Sir Vivian Richards holds his post. He usually sits in one place when the game is on. Mohammad Amir is coming on to bowl, and he was meticulous regarding the field set. 3 men in the ring on the leg side, and then he's got a square leg on the leg side, patrolling the fence. Shot a ball, hit beautifully into the gap for 4. This is such a good shot. Walked into that one aggressively, good strong body posture, and hitting the ball ever so sweetly.
It's into the pitch. It is a slow one, but he's picked that up beautifully. Come down the track, but the shape, he held his pose almost as he hit the ball, and that's why the power.
I like it as well, because it's really a statement to Mohammad Umir, who's bowled well. What are you going to do now? First ball boundary, you're now under pressure. What are you going to do? You're going to change the field. So third comes up to short third, and that man there has gone back to long off.
Follows it up with another shorter length. That's clever piece of bowling. Official styling partner 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇. That's played away beautifully. Strong wrist work, and that's well defended by the rope. Excellent piece of fielding. Certainly stops a 4. But a Yorker was attempted, and this was such good batting.
A little bit use of the hands just to get it past Riley Russo. Good fielding in the end as well, and liked by Mohammad Amir. He makes sure if you don't field well, he tells you. That was good fielding.
Khwaja Nafi on for Abrar. Does really well. Amir right now, he's bowled a short one, he's bowled a slower bouncer, then the wide Yorker. What does he go next to? Shah's fan pulse moment. How many teams has Shahid Afridi played in the HBL PSL? 5-4-3-2. Having a guess, Dominic?
Get involved. I'm not going to guess. I know what it is. Get involved.
You're probably going to say 6.
Nice and full once again, Mohammad Amir. And that fielder at long off, just messing it up for a little while, but no real damage done. Anything less than 10 and over will gladden the hearts of Quetta Gladiators. They need a big finisher. Lahore Qalandars, they work their way to a big finish. Fahim Ashraf gets the ball back into the keeper's gloves on the bounce. 2 runs yielded of the last ball of that over, and it's 169 for 4. Usman Tariq to bowl the 18th over. You're usually looking for a pair at the end that can give you a little bit of relief, and Usman Tariq certainly can be that bowler because he doesn't get the ball to bounce at all. And do not see him bowl at a rapid pace as well. That last ball bowled around 78 kmph. Up in the air, this is an easy catch, and Sikandar has been dismissed. Difficult to hit over the top, and so gets an outside edge, a top edge, and easily accepted it. Shot fine, shot third in fact.
Yeah, 79 clicks only, so Sikandar Raza waited for it, and it was the carom ball, so turned away from him. The shot towards mid-wicket didn't work. Phil Allen with the easy catch. Usman Tariq gets the wicket, and Sikandar Raza goes 170 for 5.
Shah Afridi, the skipper, is in. Well, the stats tell us that in HBL PSL, since the start of last season, they batted 8 times. They've lost 7 of them. So they need a lot of runs in the last few overs to make fist of things. Last 20 balls, 26 runs and 3 wickets. Really difficult to airlift him because he doesn't get a lot of bounce because of the way he bowls. And then he's got the off spin and the leg spin to go with a bit of theatre. There's a little bit of pause. I think the umpire has walked up to Shahenshaah Afridi. Something to do with the sideboard, I'm not too sure. Really is quite funny because you know you want to hit him, yet you can't do anything about it. Just goes lower and slower, ball after ball. Shot attempted and just misses the fielder. Finn Allen will kind of race with the ball. The ball hits the fence. Lucky escape for Sam Billings, but that's the go-to shot of late against him. The reverse flick or the reverse sweep.
Yeah, again, because of the lack of pace, there was not a lot of timing. Thankfully for him, there was enough. His outfield so quick that anything that beats the inner circle is going to go to the fence.
Finds the gap. That is such a good shot. Saw it early, hit it early. That's why it was hit in front of mid-wicket.
Certainly found a way. This one was square. This one is hit in front of square. It's almost extra coverage. Reached out to it, full extension of the arms. Made sure he got to the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't like it. Cry of anguish, frustration. But you've got to find a way to scare him, to be aggressive against him. So after 18, it's 180 for the loss of 5. Lahore Qalandars looking good to go beyond 200, 180 for 5. After 18, going at exactly 10 and over, they need massive couple of last overs to make it tough for Quetta Gladiators. Mohammad Amir to bowl his last over. None for 28. He'll do that, bowl the Yorker, bowl the slow bouncer. You'll see a lot of variations from Mohammad Amir. That's why he's still quite a forceful player. Inveric Solar Energy, trusted for over 15 years in fact. Share your thoughts and win. Pakistan's #1 solar brand, Inverix.
And what this does, it means that probably Fahim Ashraf is going to have to bowl the last over. I imagine he wants to go Mohammad Amir now to try and break this partnership. And you go back to yesterday, the Gladiators got what, 216 yesterday. I think with how they played the first game, the Qalandars, they'd be happy at 200. Because they didn't perform well on that opening game, didn't bat well, didn't bowl well, at least with a target. And you two know, if you get a target, all of a sudden as a bowler you get it like a new energy to life. And I think when we listen to the toss with Mark Nicholas, 𝐄𝐍𝐆 Afridi talked about his lengths, and perhaps he needs to just bring his length back a little bit and hit hard length. Top of the bails.
6, brilliantly played. He tried for that bouncer length, and well, the batsman was absolutely ready to nail it over square leg.
Billings is certainly in sync with the slower bouncer. Every time he's bowled the slower one, Amir, Billings has been able to pick him off. This was quite slow, but he just delayed his shot and smashed it over the fence.
So off to a very good start against Mohammad Amir. 1-1-6. Catch it is the call. It's not going to be. That's smashed over. Cover for 6. This is brutal stuff. Imaginative stuff to go with brutality. Couple of 6s on the go.
Yet again, pace off, but doesn't matter to Billings. Billings picking them up. That is a super shot. Over extra cover, went with it, and just held the balls at the end. Class.
And I'm sure even Viv Richards, who's on the other side, would have admired that shot. Hand speed, size of the bats these days, they're massive. And he just helps himself to another maximum. And another scholarship for Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, he played the field. That's a brilliant piece of batting. Mohammad Amir, for once, do not have all the answers. And this is turning out to be such a good innings now, because they were expecting Mohammad Amir to control the 4s and 6s traffic. And this has been a massive over for Qalandars, most expensive over of the innings. And so that means there'll be a lot of pressure on whosoever bowls the last over, probably Fahim Ashraf. Amir, none for 46 in 3.5.
Now, fabulous from Billings. Couple of pull shots and an extra cover shot, then the innovation.
End of the 19th, 198 for 5. $18 runs in that last over of Mohammad Amir. So last over to be bowled by Fahim Ashraf. It's probably an option of Shoaib Malik, but to go with a spinner would have been risky. Around the stumps to 𝐄𝐍𝐆 Afridi. Balls a high full toss. That's gone through the keeper. Apology from Fahim Ashraf. That's not a great start as well, so he'll have to reload it. Probably they're now looking whether it's going to be a free hit or not. Was that over the waistline? It's clearly over the waistline. Chest high, full toss, almost a beamer. 200 comes up for Qalandars. Yes, it's a no ball and it's a free hit. That's not a great start.
It's your worst nightmare, Ramiz, as a bowler. You're trying to get it into that Yorker length. It comes out whether the ball's just a little bit slippy or there is a little bit of dew forming. It's what you want if you're attacking the last over, if you're a Qalandars batter.
That's hit him on the chin. Probably his throat, I'm not too sure. Yes. Got an awkward bounce, deflected it off his palm into his throat area. May just mar his celebrations for half the innings. Maybe for the next game he won't be showing way back to the batsman after picking up his wicket. But anyway, not a lot of damage done by that free hit. Sam Billings, importantly, is on strike. Everyone coming from the edge of the ring on the offside. 3 in the ring on the offside. Finds the fielder. Shaheen Afridi wanted the strike. He gets it. Sam Billings was probably in two minds.
It's a free hit for fans. Visit Parkview City Facebook page to answer the question and get a chance to win a house at the end of the league. Also, win mobile phones daily.
Glum faces, but all is not lost. That's gone up in the air. Shoaib Malik is a safe fielder and a good catch on the run. He gets rid of Shaheen Afridi. More importantly, it's a dot ball.
After the first no ball and went for 4 byes, Time Ashraf is rolled 3 decent deliveries. This time right at the bottom of the bat. Safe hands. Shoaib Malik always very good on the boundary line. Jubilee safe hands. Shaheen Afridi, captain, he departs for 3, 205 for 6.
Rishad Hussain is the new striker. Hits it hard, gets it past the man at cover just about. Billings wants the strike, so 1 run taken.
Yeah, and I think that's the right option for Billings, just to try and take these last 2 balls. Try and get themselves to at least 210 from here, maybe 212. Decent score. Not an easy ground to defend on. We've seen that before here over the years in the HBL Pakistan Super League.
Awarded a wide. Slacking the pace just a little bit and wanting to keep it away from the right-hander strike area.
And Ramiz and Bazid, it's great to see that these last couple of games, Karachi last night, 200s chased down, Rizwan with 100, Vince with 100. And we're seeing another 200 scored here. Maybe now this edition 10 of HBL PSL is well and truly alight.
Oh, that's gone up in the air and will cross the fence. It's a huge hit and it's a huge 6. And so Sam Billings, for all the right reasons, wanting to stay in the striker's area, and he's hit a lovely 6. score a scholarship, hit a 6, win a scholarship.
Yeah, picks this up. Almost a slog sweep over mid-wicket. He's played a gem as Sam Billings. 44 of just 18 deliveries. Almost striking at 250.
Goes again, goes for 6 again. It's the flatter one, the flatter version. He gets a 50, fastest 50 by a Qalandars. Tremendous strike from Sam Billings. 50 of just 19 balls. And so Lahore Qalandars end up with 219 on the board. And this pitch is still a beautiful batting surface, but the pressure to get 220 will have an impact on Quetta Gladiators. But this is great hit. Flat and 6.
Yeah, Sam Billings has played a gem. He's come in a situation where Lahore Qalandars needed acceleration and done exactly that. 4 boundaries, 4 sixes in his 50, just of 19, and he's propelled Lahore Qalandars to 219. Fakhar Zaman with 67 up top. Abdullah Shafiq 37 look good. Mitchell 37, but star of the show, Sam Billings, 50 of just 19.
Yeah, tremendous end to the innings. Courtesy Sam Billings. Mohammad Amir went for plenty, none for 46. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 2 for 40, 2 wickets for Abrar was once again very decent. 1 apiece for Fahim, and Tariq was outstanding. 4 overs, 1 for 31. Zainab Abbas with the interview.
Well, the platform was really set by Fakhar Zaman at the top for Lahore Qalandars, and we spoke about how important his role is going to be. Fakhar, पहले तो ये कि आप इंजरी के बाद आ रहे हैं, बड़ी देर बाद आपको इन एक्शन देखा है, इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट में भी काफ़ी देर बाद देखा है, तो हाउ आर यू फीलिंग ओवरऑल, रिकवरी कैसी रही है आपकी?
रिकवरी बहुत अच्छी रही है और मैं अच्छा फील कर रहा हूँ। तकरीबन 1 हफ़्ता पहले हमारा कैंप लगा था लाहौर में और वहाँ पे मैंने टीम को ज्वाइन किया और वहीं से मैंने शुरुआत की। पहले मैं रिहे भी कर रहा था और क्रिकेट नहीं खेल रहा था, तो काफ़ी अच्छा था कैंप में। तीसरे चौथे दिन मैंने बैटिंग स्टार्ट की और अभी टाइम के साथ साथ जो है ना मैं अपने ऊपर काम भी कर रहा हूँ और ये अच्छी बात है कि मैं मैचेस खेल रहा हूँ।
ठीक है, एब्सोल्युटली। जस्ट इन द फर्स्ट ओवर यू सॉर्ट ऑफ took them to on attack. We saw that from you, and that seems to be the way you play normally as well. जहाँ पे आप जब भी हम आपको देखते हैं तो आप अटैक ही करते हैं और आज तो सेकंड बॉल पे ही आपने अटैक किया, तो हमेशा इसी पर्सपेक्टिव के साथ हैं, पहले ओवर में जाते साथ ही अटैक करना है।
देखिए डिपेंड करता है कि विकेट कैसा है या बॉलर क्या कर रहा है, बहुत ज़्यादा मैटर करता है, क्योंकि आज विकेट इस तरह था कि आप फास्ट बॉलर पे उस तरह खुली हिट नहीं लग रही थी, तो मैंने वही कोशिश की कि लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर है तो मैं उस पर ट्राई करूं और फिर हमें यही आइडिया हुआ कि शुरू में जो हमने विकेट को देगा तो हमें यही लग रहा था कि ये 160 या 70 का विकेट है और अगर हमारे पास विकेट्स इन हैंड रहेंगे तो जाहिर सी बात है हम 200 प्लस भी जा सकते हैं। और आपने आखिर में देखा जिस तरह सैम बिलिंग्स खेला है और विकेट्स हमारे पास थी तो हमने स्कोर भी ज़्यादा किया।
हैप्पी विद द टोटल ओवरऑल?
ये बहुत ज़्यादा, क्योंकि मेरे ख्याल में जिस तरह का विकेट है उसके लिहाज से आज ये ज़्यादा रन है।
ठीक है, चलें, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर थॉट्स Fakhar Zaman. Just talking about the fact that he's recovered really well, seems to be much fitter as compared to what we saw in the previous last few months. He's been struggling with an injury but has come back well and is happy with his own performance as well as Sam Billings. Overall, pleased with the total.
Thank you.
Right then, South Shakil's men need to bat extremely well to get over the line. The target is 220. We'll take a little break and come back very soon.
Well, a superb assault by Sam Billings in the latter part of the Lahore Qalandars innings has completely changed the picture of this match. 19 balls for just 50 of the very best runs. He hit every shot in the book, he hit it powerfully, and it was thrilling to watch. The best part of the innings, even surpassing that of Fakar a little earlier, who made 67 from 39. Shafiq and Daryl Mitchell chipped in, 219 for 6 then, a good first innings score, though we all agree that on this ground you kind of need 200. It's quick scoring ground. And we'll take you back to the highlights. It was Fakar that got it going with some blistering strokes, but they also had some fairly sort of, if you like, undernourished periods. Wickets fell and little mistakes were made, and rather like the other night, the first game, when the Qalandars lost their rhythm. So they did briefly here, but they were soon back and zipping along with plenty of panache. The whole range of strokes that is a feature of the T20 cricket these days was on the show. And as I say, little mistakes were made. Again, as if the pitch wasn't an absolute belter. There was some intelligent bowling, but in the main, the batsman held sway. Good to see Mitchell get a few. That was a stroke of great authority and quality, and that was just the very best of Fakhar Zaman. And so it was that the batsman began to dominate the ball and really... It's as wide a ball as you'll see for a stumping, but so it was. The bat began to dominate the ball and not take the game away. I wouldn't say that from Quetta Gladiators, but certainly make it a pretty tough ask to chase down 220 this evening. So now we're into Sam Billings' country. Well, not this ball, we're about to be into Sam Billings' country. Spin on that. So it's the next two. It's a wonderful shot. Sam Billings, who led the Oval Invincibles to the 100 tournament in England, has played a lot of franchise cricket all around the world and short form cricket for England. Shaheen went, but Billings went on and on and on, mowing it all around the Rawalpindi Stadium here. So, a fine effort from him and a fine total in the end. The bowlers suffered a bit. You can see even Aqil Hussain, who generally bowled very well, along with Abrar Ahmed, went for 40. But no, it's a difficult game to call now. I think you'd rather have the runs on the board, and I think Quetta will have to play very well to win it. Let's get out to the middle. Dominic Cork's there with Lisa.
Well, as I was walking across the ground to the centre of the wicket, there was hardly any dew. So that is a good sign for the bowlers, because the ball will not be wet. As I take a look at the pitch, 𝐄𝐍𝐆, it looks amazing, doesn't it? Still, there doesn't feel like there's been that much road work done on it.
No, and it actually does look flat. And I think it's going to be a good wicket to chase on, even though there's no dew. But what I want to pick up is Fakhar Zaman, the way that he played. We talked at the top of the show about just giving himself a little bit of time, which he did. But then what he did really well is how he came down towards the spinners, his interception points. You can see he's coming at the bowler, so he's putting him under pressure. You'll see one where he sits back, and that's where Aqil is saying, because he'd come at him, then all of a sudden he goes a little bit short and he cuts away. I don't know if you can come back to me here and just go back. So, well, that's what he did really well, is he's coming down to put that bowler under pressure, and then when he's under pressure, he then goes a little bit short, and what Fakhar Zaman did is sit back and then cut him through there. I thought it was an excellent innings, and then it just gave the lower order a little bit of chance to go on.
Just on that as well, you look at Quetta Gladiators, they literally use spin, don't they? They're 4 times more. Last year, the spinners have been so effective. So to be able to come up with that plan and to be able to execute it just shows how skillful he was. The one that I want to pick up is Sam Billings. Now, he didn't necessarily trouble the scorers in the first game, but what he did in the second one today was that he was able to actually use his bat speed. And what was impressive was, unlike other players, he actually keeps his bat down. He doesn't want to give any kind of indication of what type of shot he's looking to play. Now, a lot of players, when they play the reverse, they actually might change their stance. He's not doing that at all. So I think it's making it extremely hard for the bowlers, but also for young boys and girls. When you have your bat down and then you pick up and play your shots through, you will generate plenty of power.
And what is good about Billings, because of what Fakhar Zaman did at the top of the order, he's a little bit of pressure off him. You know, he'd take on the shorter ball, and you talk about, obviously, he doesn't have a big high back lift. It's his hand speed. Watch his hand speed. So as any young boy or girl out there, it's not about trying to get your high back lift and get the bat above your eye level like you see a lot of modern players. It's about how quickly you can go from just here in that stance, that really firm stance of getting your hands through the ball, and that's what he was very good at. Brought up his 50 in style.
Right, well, the players are jumping on as well, so we better.
And the one thing I want to say, I can see Shaheen Shah Afridi there. I just hope, and you can see him there, that he brings his length back, because when he gets it right, let me tell you, he's one of the best in the world, and I can't wait to see him.
No, great stuff to have those guys out in the middle. Now 𝐄𝐍𝐆, he's now making out that he's in the crease batting against Shaheen Shah Afridi. Anyway, good stuff. Remember, by the way, Quetta Gladiators know how to chase. 5 times they've chased down high scores over the 200 mark, the most of anybody. So James Vince, after last night's startling innings, really a superb innings, 23 ball 50, but Sam Billings has surpassed him. James went on to get the 100 and see his side over the line. This guy scores at the rate of knots, very powerful hitter, Finn Allen. And I know that Saad Shakeel thoroughly enjoyed batting with him, because I asked Saad at the toss and his sort of face rather lit up. They're quite little and large, this pair. Allen, a tall man, physically strong, and Saad, a smaller man, but doesn't need to be physically strong because he's such a gorgeous timer of the ball. Great strike rate. At more than 200 he strikes that, does Finn Allen. Saad Shakeel, captain this year. Much respected in the game. Very gentle, unassuming sort of fellow, but he looks to be leading the side well to me. Amir Sahel, very good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mark. And talking about Saad Shakeel, he wields so much of authority when he bats. He dominates the bowling attacks by not hitting them, but by destroying their plans, and that's his ability. And I think he's going to employ it tonight to get to 220, which is their target. And his partner, who's authoritative, Sphinx-like, can really taunt the ball. They have to complement each other.
Shaheen Shah Afridi then to bowl to bowl. Beautiful start. Hint of outswing.
Well, there was a hint of swing for Shaheen Shah Afridi. That should encourage him. But Shaheen Shah Afridi really has to get his Lions to be able to bowl at this batter. He can really hurt any bowler in the world. He's got that ability.
Well, Finale strikes at 179 against Shaheen Afridi, so been about 3 times. That's a good place to start. Test the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where you need to bowl. Shaheen Shah Afridi hasn't necessarily been swinging the ball as much as he would have liked earlier in the day. Just as the teams came in, he came down to check the pitch. So I always find it fascinating what players actually look for, because I reckon he was just getting a gauge of, okay, that's the length, is it going to bounce?
Tell you what, he's steaming in here. This is the old Shaheen Afridi, who really hasn't looked himself for a couple of years. He had that injury and it just hasn't recovered the consistency of the form, but that he's sprinting in here.
And why not? They've got plenty of runs on the board. Yeah, good to see though, Shaheen Shah Afridi running in and getting that swing inwards.
So he sort of agreed at the toss that they needed to hit that back of a length area a bit more than they had done in the previous game against Islamabad, and he's bowled the bouncer, but otherwise the other 3 balls he's bowled this over have been full, and probably because he thinks it might swing a bit. One did swing, the first ball to Saud Shakil. That's why the slip's in place. Bowl with pace and swing the ball. You might just as well have a catcher as another field the leg side. You're going to focus around off stump. Oh, that could be out. And it is out. Yeah, early strike. Beautiful as far as the captain's concerned.
Shaheen Shah Afridi looked dialed in from the word go, and he's been rewarded with a big wicket. Saud Shakil can be dangerous.
Just came out of nowhere, wasn't it? That type of shot. A little bit what we saw with Babar Azam as well, just clipping it, playing out in front, the ball necessarily not skipping through as much as he originally thought. Well, the skipper goes for 1. It's 2 for 1.
Whether the ball held its line at a touch or whether just one of those mistakes that batsmen sometimes make. It certainly wouldn't have held in the pitch. There's been no sign of that today. There was some surprise on Shaheen's face and no little relief, because that guy played beautifully the other night. And Saud now. Hassan Nawaz is taking guard. Hassan Nawaz, of course, scored the fastest 100 for Pakistan in this format of the game. He can really go. So, a slip in place for him. 4 in the cover ring. That's good line. Great start for the boys from Lahore. It's 3 for 1.
Wasn't able to roll his wrist on that occasion, 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇, and that's why hit the ball straight to the fielder at mid-on.
I think it just held, didn't it? It just hit the seam and then held its line, and that meant he assumed it was going to continue onto all his pads and he could hit square, and because it held a bit he couldn't, and he mistimed the shot to mid-on. So we'll give credit to the bowler there. There are the players to come. 𝐄𝐍𝐆 Mendes and Riley Rousseau looked in really good nick actually the other night. They played great. Left arm spinners for Asif Afridi. Bowled 3 overs in the power play in the first game and conceded just the 8 runs, so he knows what he's doing. But he's got to bowl to 2 mighty strikers of a cricket ball. Oh, straight up. Somebody must catch it, mustn't they? Oh, they have. Thank goodness for that. That was almost calamity, as 2 men could so easily have crashed into each other, but they didn't. Sikandar Raza is the guy who pulls it off, and Nawaz has to go immediately. Nice bowling, this.
And a good catch as well. Good communication shown by Raza and Daryl Mitchell. It's hard to hear each other in this babble of the crowd, but Raza must have shouted, "It's mine." Took it easily. Hassan Nawaz goes for 1, 2 down for 3.
Nicely flighted delivery, trying to go big on the leg side. And I'm glad Sikandar Raza called out Daryl Mitchell, because that's a lot easier catch to take in front of you instead of turning and going behind your back. The wily off spinner gets another wicket again.
𝐄𝐍𝐆 Mendes, who really is a fun player to watch. He's been a key man in Sri Lankan cricket for a while now. He plays the game with such spirit. But already the required rate has passed the 11.5 mark. So they're going to have to play very well if they're to win this game. They need one of those Finn Allen innings, those blitzkriegs. But it's 𝐄𝐍𝐆 Mendes on strike here. And that's a lovely stroke. It's a poor ball, I have to say that, I'm afraid. But it's punished.
Oh, the Sri Lankans play spin very well. Picked up the length very early. Rocked on the back foot and just guided the ball by using the pace into the gap, and he's off the mark in style.
Oh, Asif Afridi will be kicking himself for that. Small men can cut, all of them. I never saw a little fella that didn't cut brilliantly. Cut and pull, and it's a better length.
Yeah, look at that seam, the revolutions as well. That was dropped. That was dropped. He got it very fine.
Don't think that one was edged, but the one before surely was. No question about this. The ball before last. There's the edge. And a thick edge too. Straight into Binning's gloves and straight out again. Two gone. It's 7 of 8 for 2. Excellent start then in the 2 overs by Shaheen Shah Afridi and Asif as well. So this guy's tail is up. It's lovely to see him run in like this. He looks relaxed.
That's the only way he knows to play. Hassan Nawaz. He's got this belief that he can hit everything out of the park. Doesn't happen every day. He has to learn that.
Oh, that is a difficult catch. This is miles in the air. Oh, beautifully judged. Daryl Mitchell steadied himself, never took his eye off the ball. Wowza. That's proper, that. And it's huge too, because it's Finn Allen.
Yeah, Shaheen Shah Afridi oozing in confidence now. He was brave enough to bowl that slow delivery, and he's got the result. He's got a big fish, the danger man.
He tracked it beautifully, didn't he? Head very still. He knows how important that wicket is, because Finn Allen, he can score quickly and straight down the ground. He goes without scoring. Quetta in trouble. It's 9 for 3.
Very good catch. Absolutely perfect in technique, particularly the way he then watched the ball into his hands at just above chest height, so his eyes never had to divert from it. And remember, it was Mitchell who had the foresight to get out of the way of Sikandar just a moment ago in the other catch, where the collision was potentially on. So we turn our attention to Riley Rousseau. Come at him real quick here, try to bounce it around off stump. Oh, that's disappointing. Frustrating indeed.
Yeah, he's been bending the ball back to the right-handers, and this time around he wanted to bring the ball back to the left-hander just for that surprise, but the execution wasn't there. The idea was good.
Oh, I'd have another slip. Oh. Don't need 4 in the cover ring. Take one of them out, get another slip in. BYD leads the world in electric vehicles, and HBL PSL leads the game with its talent too. Scan the QR code and vote for the player you think should drive home in a BYD. Sealer's a player of the tournament, and well, it's just great to have all this sponsorship. There's a lot of it, and thank you. Very important for the tournament.
Meanwhile, well, back to the cricket.
Why are you giggling?
No reason.
Did I phrase it wrong?
No, you nailed it, as usual. Very good at reading. Quetta just need to find a way of building a partnership. We saw it last night. The Karachi Kings, they were able to do it. They were in trouble, maybe not as bad.
Well, they say there's a sort of mantra to T20 cricket: if you lose 3 wickets in the power play, you don't go on to win the game. It's not that it's never happened. You've got.
So for those that don't know, our statistician said, well, it happened last night and they won. Mark.
That's because they've got James Vince in their team, though. That doesn't count. Great stop, flying through the air. A football goalkeeper, absolutely brilliant. What fun they're having out there. 3 gone, it's 12 for 3.
They are giving everything. After putting a big total on the board, they started to feel confident. Lahore Qalandars. Encouraging each other.
Them is the facts. There's a way to go here. It's all Asif Afridi has to do for the moment. Just vary his flight a little, but bowl that line and get them hitting across him. That ball that got rid of Nawaz did again, it just held in the pitch enough to make the crossback shot risky and costly.
What I've enjoyed from Asif Afridi is you look at this season or the start of this year, and he's actually only played first-class cricket, hasn't played a lot of T20 cricket. Maybe that's what's helping him potentially be able to affect what he's doing in the power play. Just little subtle variations, but he doesn't go too far away from the line and length that he's trying to execute.
Yeah, he baffles the batsman with the trajectory. He's not a huge turner of the ball. There's subtle variations with the trajectory. Have the batsman confused.
And while we're on the subject of cars, the PCB is giving the superfans a chance to win a brand new car. All you have to do is participate in the Jazz Recharge and Win activity, and remember that maximum recharges will increase your chances to win. There you go. Oh, that's a good thump. Oh, really good thump, actually. Got all of it.
They used the angle on that occasion, Kusal Mendes. He was trying to hit the ball through the offside quite often. Didn't happen for him. Changed his approach and got the result.
Well, it was this pair, Mendes and Rousseau, that scurried along, taking Quetta to victory yesterday. So, you know, they're feeling good about themselves. It sure helps when you walk to the wicket on the back of a performance the day before. Mid-wicket's back now. They got lucky. So what Mendes was doing there was reacting to the change in the field and trying to pick the spot they'd moved the player from. And in fairness to Afridi, he kind of worked that out. Didn't have the luck go his way.
Yeah, extra bounce as well, top edge, and it flew away. So the little green leprechaun is on Mendes' side at the moment.
Good shooting. Really good. It's a lovely little display of batting here. He's forced that shorter ball and cashed in on it.
And forced Asif Afridi to bowl it slow. And the bounce was true to employ that stroke.
Look at the footwork. Look where his back foot is, pointing to cover point, perfect. And deep in the crease, he's giving himself an extra yard to pick his spot. Excelente. Four gone, and it's looking better with 28 on the ball. Jahandar then, he's got wheels. I tell you, I watched him warm up. It flies through. Different when you're a bit tense in match, of course, but certainly in warm up, impressive. That's good carry, sort of skiddy too. Very good fielding. They've had so much energy. They look a different team from the day before yesterday when they just looked lackluster. Oh, what a shot that is. Wonder saver from Riley Rousseau.
Sound was top, wasn't it? What a strike that was. Wasn't afraid to take the aerial route, was in control.
This is the change, isn't it, in the T20 game? Helicopter shot off the back foot, and away he goes.
KFC is awarding higher education scholarships to deserving students for every 6 hit during HBL PSL. Good on him. Oh, he's just after him. Riley Rousseau's targeted his man. Relative lack of experience, and he's going to dive in.
If you have to choose between those couple of strokes, which was better? I think this one. He's getting into good positions, Riley Rousseau. Inside out stroke. Another boundary scored in this over. Pressure ramped up on the left armour.
And slower balls, good thinking. Under this sort of pressure, put yourself in Jahandar's shoes. You know, you've just been thrashed a couple of times over and through the offside by a very threatening player. Big, strong man, a lot of experience in this format of the game, a lot of success. And he got the courage to pitch that slower ball perfect and force a toe end that rolled out to extra cover. Doesn't mean there aren't 2 more balls to bowl this over, as third man, well, not third man, square cover's going back onto the fence. So that square cover and square leg are the 2 back on the boundary. I don't think he wants to risk bowling short. They're set there for the short ball, those two. Oh, I don't think he should have risked bowling short.
Mark, you should get into some commentary. He nailed that. Predicted it perfectly, maybe get into some coaching as well. But yeah, I just feel you're hedging your bets, aren't you, slightly with this field. One on the offside, one on the leg side, and you're just hoping that Riley Russo finds one of those fielders. He's not going to. He's in one of those moods at the moment.
Yeah, he's cycling the ball around. The first two boundaries he scored through the offside. He knew the bowler is going to change the length.
Pounded that. Absolutely brilliant batting. I feel for the kid because that's a masterclass from Riley Russo and game-changing. 48 for 3 now.
Well, having lost 3 wickets, all of a sudden now this partnership of 39 from 17 is keeping the Gladiators in this game. They still require a run rate of just under 11.5 and over. And he's gone for his pace again. Last over of the Pepsi power play. Harris Relf in the air, chips. Just watch it sail. It's another 6. 50 up. You beauty, Buzzard Khan.
The Quetta Gladiators, although they've lost 3 wickets, this partnership has got them singing in the aisles. Has just flipped away. KFC power hit, which goes all the way.
Wherever you are, don't go anywhere. Get yourself a glass of orange squash and watch some T20 cricket at its best. What a delivery. What a delivery. Given out on field, and straight away Kusal Pereira said, no, I want to have a look at that. I've not hit that.
TV umpire to director. We have a play review for caught behind. On-field decision is out. I have checked the field. It's a fair delivery. Front on plays. Ball is close to the bat. Let's confirm with the ultra edge, please. Yes. Roll it back. Yes. Now roll forward. Freeze it here. I can see a spike when ball next to the bat. Satisfied? If there is a bat involved, Chris, you can stay with your original decision. Out. Stand by. You're on screen now. Make a signal, please.
What a decision by the umpire, but also by Kusal Mendes. He doesn't think he's hit it. It's clearly shown he's hit it.
Now, technology is showing that there was a big spike. So the edge through. Harris Rowe, short of a length. Terrific delivery. 28 for Mendes, 54 for 4.
Just a great delivery, having been dispatched out of the park with a little clip to the leg side, to be able to just say, I've got to bring my length back with his pace at, what, just under 140. Billings thinks absolutely he's nicked that. Kusal Mendes doesn't think, and sometimes, Baz, as a batter, sometimes you don't know. Billings had already dropped him on 4 off the bowling Asif Afridi. Experience then, and they need that now, the Gladiators. Rousseau going well at one end. Malik has to get himself in, and I like this from Shaheen Shah Afridi. Got to slip in, get 2 in. Bowl with some pace. No, not there.
Yeah, bowl into the pitch. We've seen that short of a length. Just bang it in. Slip in place. You want to attack Shoaib Malik straight away. You want to get another wicket here. They still have Fahim Ashraf to follow, but not much after that. You would almost kill the game in the Pepsi power play if you get another wicket here.
But why, Baz? Why is he taking first slip out now? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know.
You bowled a poor delivery, Haris Ralph, down the leg side. You're bowling at in excess of 140 kilometres an hour. Keep that slip in. Nice looking shot. I just think sometimes as a captain in T20s, you go too negative too quickly. Think about where the Gladiators are in this game. They're 4 down. Yes, of course, he's played 93 HBL PSL career games, and he's a legend of the game, but they're still chasing 220. Get them 5 down. That's a good shot. Use of pace, good fielding.
Whatever the situation, there's always time for a Vigotel selfie moment.
And you love a selfie, Bazard. You love a selfie with anybody you can find. I've watched you.
Remember that moment when we even got Ian Bishop in a selfie? Remember that? That was one of the best.
He doesn't like having his picture taken, Ian Bishop. Anyway, what has Haris Ralph got? He's got the pace. And what Rousseau does really well is he just allows that pace to come on and just cuts him away for a maximum. What a shot!
4 down, but Riley Rousseau is batting on another level. He's on to 27 of just 10. Backs away and it just goes with it. And gets it over the top, gets all of it, and gets a 6 over point.
And you see that's very often Haris Ralph, who falls over in the crease. It's too short, too wide. It's too easy for Rousseau. He's got him out 4 times head to head. Messing about with his position. And a dot ball to finish off an exciting Pepsi power play. 62 for 4.
They started off with the captain dismissing the captain. And then a lovely delivery from Asif Afridi. Hassan Nawaz eventually caught a cover, slow one with Finn Allen dismissed, and Lahore Qalandars had the perfect start. It was Kusal Mendes who started off playing some sweep shots, some cut shots. Riley Rousseau, he's looked the part. And he's been able to clear the fence with ease. And a little flip into the leg side, but Haris Ralph had some comeback. That means 62 runs scored, but 4 wickets lost. Ehsan Raza signals the end of the power play. Rishad Hussain, the leg spinner from Bangladesh, into the attack. He's that specialist spinner that Lahore Qalandars wanted in the middle of the overs. Let's see in the mid-overs how he performs.
Yeah, replaced David Visa in the side. I saw that likes of Tariq and Abrar with their pace, and at times with Tariq the lack of pace as well. Of course, he's a different bowler. Tariq, he's very much low arm. Always time for this though, Bazid.
Did you know that Tapal is Pakistan ka apna brand? When you have myself and Dom would love some refreshing Tapal tea right now.
I'm getting in that lounge. Before the end of this season's HBL PSL, I'm going in that lounge.
Now Shoaib Malik, what he does is he builds his innings through just knocking it about, making sure that he runs well. The others will now have to bat around him. Shoaib Malik will try and take this game deep and try and then win it, but remember the required rate is up to 11.34. He'll have to really be exact in the way that he goes after the spinners and be exact in the way that he develops his innings.
And the position that the Gladiators find themselves in now, they're up against it. But I always think it's a challenge to win from here. Enjoy the challenge. Take it on, like he's trying to do now, Rousseau. Take it on, take the challenge on, break it down. Where do we need to be as a side at the 10th over? Of course, no more wickets. Where do we need to be in this run chase? And then break it down in the 2, then 5 over sections from 10 to 15, and what can we get in those final 5 to give ourselves a chance to get into 220? It's exactly what they need to do. Of course, they need a partnership. It's the obvious thing to look at. Take that challenge on to experienced characters in the middle now and put the Qalandar bowlers under pressure.
Fahim Ashraf, he is the all-rounder. Not much batting to come after that. Akeal Hussain can bat, but these two have to really be able to build a partnership, and a partnership which goes along at a fair clip. Scan the QR code, download the Go Lutlo app and enter into the lucky draw. Chance to win a Go Lutlo motorcycle at every match game. TNCs apply.
He's only thinking one thing here now. He's trying to hit it out the ground. It's good. The length is right as well. It's into the surface. I was listening to Mark Nicholas a little bit earlier talking about the Qalandars and how much of a different side they are today. And if you go a little bit deeper into that, why? And I put it down to the 2 senior players who have performed well today. Fakhr's the man at the top, and then the captain coming out with that new ball. And if they lead the attack with both bat and ball, you'll see a different Qalandars side. That's what you've got to do as a senior player. Well, they're in a tricky position. 69 for 4.
Right, it is time to meet our HBL PSL Hamare hero, powered by Homage Appliances.
Well, we've got Fazal Wadood next to me, who's basically an alpine skier and a sports climber from Gilgit-Baltistan. He's also received several awards. Fazal, thank you so much for joining us. You are हमारे hero for today. तो बहुत-बहुत मुबारक हो कि आप यहाँ पे मौजूद हैं हमारे साथ celebrating our heroes. So alpine skiing, sports climbing, you know, बहुत ही मज़े की एक डिफरेंट सी स्पोर्ट है. तो ये इंटरेस्ट कैसे डेवलप हुआ आपको?
वेल 4.5 साल की उम्र से मैंने ये स्टार्ट किया और मेरे वालिद जो हैं उन्होंने मुझे इस फील्ड के अंदर डाला 4.5 साल की उम्र से. एंड फिर आहिस्ता आहिस्ता जो है मैं स्कीइंग के अंदर आया और स्कीइंग के बाद जो है मैं स्पोर्ट्स क्लाइंबिंग की तरफ जो है प्रॉपरली आया.
अच्छा, आपने वर्ल्ड कप में भी जो है पार्टिसिपेट किया हुआ है स्पोर्ट्स क्लाइंबिंग के, तो उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बताएं.
बिल्कुल, रिसेंटली 2023 में जो है चाइना में वर्ल्ड कप हुआ था, जो कि मेरा डेब्यू वर्ल्ड कप था और उसमें मेरी जो वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग स्टार्ट हुई वो 102 से स्टार्ट हुई और उसमें जो है मेरे साथ इंडियन एथलीट भी थे और उनके रैंकिंग्स भी जो हैं हमसे काफ़ी पीछे थी. और उसके बाद अगर स्कीइंग की मैं बात करूं तो स्कीइंग में बैक इन 2017 जो है मैंने अगेन गोल्ड लिया था. पाकिस्तान वाज ऑन द फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड इंडिया, थर्ड मैक्सिको और ये 41 कंट्रीज थे एंड 170 एथलीट्स थे.
ज़बरदस्त, बहुत अच्छी आपकी अचीवमेंट्स हैं, आपके पास मेडल्स भी हैं. ये बताएं कि इस एरिया में गिलगित में इन पर्टिकुलर इस हवाले से क्या डेवलपमेंटल वर्क हो रहा है? स्पोर्ट्स क्लाइंबिंग जिस तरह आपने कहा या अल्पाइन स्कीइंग की बात हुई, तो वहाँ पे कितनी ज़्यादा इसमें मज़ीद बेहतरी आ सकती है उस एरिया में?
गिलगित बल्तिस्तान का जो लैंडस्केप है उसके हवाले से हम बात करें तो रॉक क्लाइंबिंग, स्पोर्ट्स क्लाइंबिंग हो गई या फिर स्कीइंग, ऐसे एडवेंचर एक्सट्रीम स्पोर्ट्स हो गए, वो बनी ही उसी जो है चीज़ों के लिए है. और वहाँ पे डेवलपमेंट की अगर हम बात करें तो जो विंटर स्पोर्ट्स फेडरेशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान या गिलगित बल्तिस्तान विंटर स्पोर्ट्स एसोसिएशन या अल्पाइन क्लब वो काफ़ी चीज़ें जो हैं बेहतर करने की कोशिश कर रही है.
ठीक है. और वैसे फिज़िकल फिटनेस के हवाले से कितनी आपको चाहिए होती है जब जहाँ स्कीइंग की बात आ जाए? किसी भी हम देखते हैं इस तरह की जो फिज़िकल स्पोर्ट हो जहाँ पे आपको ज़्यादा उसमें कितना ज़रूरी होता है कि आप अपने आप को फिट रखें फिज़िकली, mentally as well, because it's also a mental test, a test of endurance and skill as well.
बहुत ही अच्छा सवाल है क्योंकि हम अक्सर जो हैं जितने भी एथलीट्स हैं अक्रॉस द ग्लोब जो भी स्पोर्ट्स हम करते हैं तो हमें जो है फिटनेस का बहुत ही ख्याल रखना होता है, चाहे वो मेंटली हो, फिज़िकली हो. और स्कीइंग, स्पोर्ट्स क्लाइंबिंग एक ऐसी गेम है कि जिसमें आपको 110% फिटनेस की ज़रूरत ही होती है. वेल जब हम नेशनल कैंप्स में होते हैं तो तकरीबन 7 से 8 घंटे हमारे कोचेज़ जो हैं वो हमें डेली बेसिस पे हमें प्रैक्टिस दिया करते हैं. जिम हो गई और दूसरे जितने भी एक्सरसाइजेस होते हैं.
ठीक है, यानी इस पर्टिकुलर फील्ड में आप क्या देखते हैं? पाकिस्तान में बहुत सारा स्कोप है, लोगों को आना चाहिए इसकी तरफ, जो यंग बच्चे हैं, जो नौजवान बच्चे हैं who want to try something different and adventurous.
नो डाउट पाकिस्तान के अंदर स्पेशली गिलगित बल्तिस्तान की मैंने पहले भी बताया लैंडस्केप के हवाले से तो विंटर स्पोर्ट्स इज़ द फ्यूचर ऑफ गिलगित बल्तिस्तान और स्पेशली विंटर टूरिज़म वहाँ पे बढ़ेगा और इससे बहुत सारा टैलेंट आएगा क्योंकि यूरोप और अमेरिका में तकरीबन स्की और स्पोर्ट्स क्लाइंबिंग ओलंपिक गेम्स ही चलती हैं rather than other sports.
चलें ठीक है फजल, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर टाइम एंड आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट. बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त किस्म की आपकी अचीवमेंट्स हैं, मेडल्स हैं एंड इट्स डेफिनेटली एन एरिया, अ फील्ड that a lot of youngsters in Pakistan can explore. It's back to you guys in the commentary box.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Zainab. Thanks a lot to Fazal Wadood as well. Love my skiing. Bazid like that, a bit of aggression. How far is it to get to a ski resort from here? Hours flight, something like that?
Yeah, something like that on a clear day because those flights do get cancelled a lot. Riley Rousseau has been very good against the short ball. He's picked it up beautifully. Anything short has been hit really hard and out of the ground. But that one is the one that he timed it on the up. So he looks in fine form.
Yeah, and when we were doing that interview, there's a couple of nippy deliveries from Harris Ralph. One that kept Shoaib Malik on his toes. He's running in here. Slower ball, that one. He's going to get a bottom edge. This will run away for a boundary. So 11 runs from it. 8 overs gone. The Gladiators are still in this. 80 for 4.
Just slower this time around, but Riley Rousseau did enough. He was able to swivel on it. And got it past deep square leg. 80 for 4. We saw yesterday where Karachi just kept up with the rate and then were able to chase this down. So on a pitch which is offering the batter something, also a very quick outfield, you can just carry on. Maybe these two bat a few overs more, you're still in the game, but need to make sure that you're going at least at current rate.
You can just see that he's in nick at the moment, Riley Rousseau. He's 38 now, direct hit. Think he's okay. 43 years young, they're going to have a look. He's quite confident.
TV umpire to director.
As in 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇.
Umpire review for run out at the striker end. Can I see the side angle for this, please? Freeze it here. Bat grounded behind the popping crease before the bail's off. Satisfied?
Yeah, simple decision. He was quite confident running back, 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇. Still quick. Just seems to just got himself in now. 10 from his first 9 deliveries. The partnership is 28 from 18, so that's going nicely at the moment. Four fielders in the circle. Shaheen has gone on the, I would say the aggressive route to try and stop the singles. He's in at short fine, or short mid wicket I should say, right in that view then. I like that. Stop the singles.
And you know Shoaib Malik is just going to try and manipulate the field. His go-to shot as a big shot would be come down the track and hit him over the top. But otherwise he'll try and work him away.
That little graphic we showed you then of the spin that Rishad is getting to what we've had already in the tournament. You see there he's getting more spin than what the average is, so it just shows it's tricky. Against Riley Rousseau though, he's going to have to really make sure he gets his length right as well, because he's just going to try and hoof him out the ground. Exactly what he's looking to do. His 4th maximum. He's closing in on another 50.
But this is quality batting. He knows that Rishad just pushing it through, so he's just stayed in the crease, almost stepped back. Use the depth of the crease. And that's why the elevation, it does look easy, but he's set it up with going so deep into the crease.
I'm just thinking, could he go wider and gamble and go slower? It's a gamble, of course it is. He's a shot away from a half century. Got him! Maybe a little bit slower. It was brave from Rishad. And Riley Rousseau is gone.
Yeah, the change in length, attacked the stumps, but this time it was full. Riley Rousseau set himself up for the back of a length delivery. It is the googly, just goes straight on, top spinner. But what a big wicket. Lahore Qalandars as well. They wanted Riley Rousseau. They've got him. The leg spinner does the job. 44 of just 19. Quetta Gladiators 89 for 5.
And the decision to bring him in to the team, that's what he's there to do. That one delivery to get rid of the danger man at the time, that's what you want from your spinners. And you're right, the length is fuller, it's straighter, top spinner as well. started to get a little bit worried, didn't they, when that Riley Rousseau going exactly. They think they're marching to victory. He's sprinting.
He thinks it's done. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 walks in. Still the required rate just under 12, 11.73. The problem for Quetta Gladiators. Is that they've lost 5 wickets. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 can bat. But you still 11 overs remain after this delivery. And you have to go at almost 12s for them. You need something very special, but Qalandars ruling the roost. Rishad with a huge wicket. He gets a wicket in that over. 9 down, 89 for 5.
Sikandar Raza then. Economy not bad in T20 at just over 8, best of 2 for 6. He's hiding that. Hiding the ball, similar to Sunil Narain.
Yeah, a little short, and that one slightly fuller. Was the top spinner, but deceived him in the length. Riley Rousseau had set himself up on the back foot because Rishad had bowled short of a length for quite a while.
Yeah, I like that. I do like that. As a former coach of ours from Lancashire would have said, David Lloyd, brave. That's what he was. Brave to go fuller. Worked, got the wicket.
Parkview City, free hit for fans, winner house contest match number 3 winner Alia Abbas. So congrats to you.
Now with Sikandar Raza, it's going to be pace on. He's not going to hold it back. He just wants to bowl it as quick as he can. And also, he just wants to get through his over so quickly, just to put the batters under pressure, doesn't let them settle. Pulled. Has he got it into the gap? Has he got it into the gap? No, brilliant fielding. Abdullah Shafiq with the one-handed dive. Everything is going in the way of the Qalandars at the moment.
Yeah, fabulous. Full length dive. He got a good bounce, but that is terrific. And he just dragged that in. Sikandar Raza appreciates it. Lahore Qalandars right on top.
That's a better length. Fuller. So 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 cannot go back to that. He's got to try and hit it down the ground. Decent over so far then for Sikandar Raza, just 5 from it. We're coming to the halfway point.
Gladiators reeling 95 for the loss of 5. Lahore Qalandars were 95 for 2. But they maintained that pressure and presence on the crease throughout the innings. Malik has got to just amp it up a little. He's 13 from 13. Got a lot of experience. Yeah, Qalandars have been good in the field. Desperation, athleticism, we've seen it all. Oh, almost a cotton ball. He's pretty tall. It's got a lot of strength in his ball. When he puts in a lot of wrist effort, and then he's got this line which almost hits middle stump every time. Hello, Lisa.
Good evening. Yeah, there's a lot to like about him, and for those that are unsure, he's from Bangladesh. He kind of burst onto the scene with the T20 World Cup. He was the third equal wicket taker for that competition. Picked up 14 wickets alongside Rashid Khan. But actually, he didn't really get a lot of opportunities in Bangladesh to start with. Only played just over a handful of 20 games until Chandika Hatrasinghe, the head coach of Bangladesh, said, we need a spinner. We need to find a leggy, someone that can really challenge the opposition. And gave him the opportunity, and he's flourished ever since. Got picked up for the Big Bash, didn't play for the Hobart Hurricanes, who won the tournament, but he's a threat.
He can bat a bit as well. He's a big striker of the ball. Tapal Tea Lounge. It's a famous corner, the red corner. Pakistan's most popular, best tea lounge. That's gone up in the air and will make the distance on the full. That is such a good shot. 100 comes up. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈�𝐇 can be deadly dangerous with the bat as well. Bats well in the late middle order, and that's a glimpse of his.
Yeah, he's known as more so, I guess, a bowling all-rounder, but he's very handy with the bat. And these extra opportunities that he gets, you know, when the team doesn't necessarily do well, it's a chance for him to show his worth. A good strike straight down the ground.
Plays the cut shot, beats the man in the inner circle. Deep fielder does a very good job. Attack the ball, Naeem, and a return back into the keeper's gloves on the bounce. So it's 104 for 5.
The crowd are certainly coming, and they're hoping for a tight finish, something that we saw in Karachi last night. Riley Russo got things going in the right direction for Quetta Gladiators. 44 off 19. He's in the dugout.
That's well collected by the keeper. It's a real wide one down the leg side. See variations of pace. He's a clever bowler with a remodeled bowling action.
And the right-left combination does cause a few issues for Shaheen Shah Afridi. Got to get in the right position, get the angles right.
It worked. Different action. Almost a la Tariq kind of a delivery. Flat. And it absolutely works. So they've gotten a breakthrough here.
It's like a flying saucer coming at you. Skidded on and went straight to Harris Ralph. Yeah, the celebration. Sikandar Raza only picked up 3 wickets last year in the HBL PSL. He's picked up here 1 tonight. Shoaib Malik, he goes for 14. Quetta Gladiators, 106 for 6.
Shoaib Malik there, kind of a struggling innings for him. Supposedly very, very potent force against spin, but not to be. Qalandars been very strong with bat and ball today. They needed this kind of performance, very passionate performance. Fahim Ashraf is in, he's off the mark. But you've got to like so many things about Qalandars tonight. The way they batted, they played with a bit of anger, taking their frustration out on the opposition. And the way they fielded, everybody seems to be happy, there are a lot of smiles. And the results have shown.
A happy team is always a successful team. Sometimes it can be hard when you're losing.
Another one. Shaheen Afridi does an excellent job with it. That is a tumbler and a great catch, because he had to really rush backwards, and he did that, and then he wanted it desperately. The head is spinning, but he hung on to it. Brilliant catch.
Yeah, we've got to put this down as literally a wicket for the fielder, Shaheen Afridi. He tracks the ball nicely, big steps, he's got long arms, that does help. Manages to cushion the blow as well with a wonderful dive. Sikandar Raza realising that his skipper has come good. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒 goes for 13. And Quetta have lost their 7th wicket for 107.
Yeah, well deceived in the end, and what a take. Absolute brilliance from Shaheen Afridi. They are very difficult to take over the shoulder kind of catches. And he's pretty tall, and he tracked it down perfectly in the end. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒 a little shocked, you got to say, because he felt he had missed the fielder. Mohammad Amir is off the mark. It's looking, I'm afraid, dull and gloomy now for Quetta Gladiators. 7 down for 108. Raza with a tremendous performance, 2 for 10. And the last wicket belonging probably to Shaheen Afridi. Lisa was mentioning how good that catch was, and it was a collector's item. It was a fielder's wicket. 108 for 7.
There was a moment when Kusal Mendes and Riley Russo, that partnership of 45 off 19, that got the Gladiators again in the hunt. The Worms close together. But then once those two departed, it's been a flurry of wickets again.
Great thing about T20 cricket is that you can bounce back very quickly, and Qalandars have bounced back like nobody's business. Oh, bowl him, beautifully done. He's quick through the air. That one gripped and spun back and shattered the stumps. Amir is a goner.
Well, last year Lahore Qalandars, they really did struggle from their spin bowling department. Not tonight. they've been on song. Rishad leading the way, picking up his second wicket. Sikandar Raza too as well. Too much spin, too much drift. Mohammad Amir goes for one. Quetta 108 for 8. Trying to give himself a bit of room, wasn't he, Mohammad Amir? Tough thing to do, to hit against the spin, regardless of where you're batting, whether it's up the top or at the back end. Odds were certainly not in his favour, and that showed.
You get a lot of value if you've got a good, decent leg spinner, because he's a wicket taker. And Rishad has shown us why he's so good. 2 for 25 in 3.1. Abrar Ahmed coming on to bat without a helmet and with the glasses on.
I'm a little bit worried. I hope he finds the middle of the bat.
Well, he plays for a side that is bossed by Sir Vivian Richards, who never wore a helmet. Maybe he's taken a clue. Maybe it's Sir Vivian telling him, boss, you're better off not wearing one.
Yeah, okay. Sir Viv, you need to understand that not everyone has your skill level, sir.
Spinners have this thing against spinners. So Abrar versus a leggy, let's see who wins here. There's a little bit of an ego issue to go with good batting. Oh, beautifully bowled.
Well, I'm not quite sure he can pick it. I know you're supposed to understand what the leggy is trying to do. The feet go nowhere. Squares up nicely. Oh, yeah, he likes it. He goes, oh, hello.
That's 6. Abrar is in business against Rishad. So just letting him know who's going to boss this next few deliveries here. 3.3 overs, 2 for 31. He's just been smacked for a straight 6.
Swing, batter, swing. It's a great contact. Gave himself a bit of room, didn't he? The length was there. Step hit. Rishad, I know he bamboozled him previous delivery, but he's got to get his length right. Expect a wrong un.
Improvisation gone wrong. That's nicely held by Naeem. It was a skyer. And so it's Abrar. What's he doing? He's got to go. Leave, I think. Because that catch, we saw it clear as a bell. It was a good catch, a very good catch. I think he wasn't expecting a fielder to be there. He felt that he had hit this one over to the fence. Good catch in the end. Very good catch. These are low lights, and so eyeing the ball in the night can be at times just a touch difficult.
He's not happy, is he? I'm a little bit confused whether he thought maybe they didn't have the full amount of people inside the inner circle. I don't know. But Abrar goes for 6. It's 114 for 9. Tried to come on the inside. He tried to go behind square, more to 45. And I think to his surprise, Naeem was there and was able to pouch it. Yeah, he wanted to go finer. No, that's what he's frustrated about, maybe. Meanwhile, Naeem couldn't see it because of the lights. So it's all happening.
Last man in. Usman Tariq is on strike. Slip in a gully and plays it well. Didn't see a lot of fight from Quetta Gladiators middle and late middle order batsmen. Let's not forget that the net run rate is going to be a key component of the competition. Wide angle attempted for a wrong one, leaves it well alone, so it's 114 for 9. Raza 2 for 10 of his 2 overs. So net run rate, you've got to look after that aspect of the equation.
Yeah, on that, the first victory that they had was an 80 run. So it's almost like that's been null and void almost. I think their net run rate coming into this game was 4.0, positive of course. Now that you would expect that to drop down back to around 0. So the advantage that they had in the first game has been absolutely scrapped by this performance.
He's been pretty accurate, Sikandar, and today has been more than a filler. 2 wickets for him, 11 runs conceded. That's the second time he's bashed the ball in bowler's direction. He's got to find a way to maybe hit a 4, look for that rotation of strike maybe. We've got a winner for you, Shaz Mughal and Mia Sab. Jazz fan Pulse question was answered by these two, that your winners. The fielders are appealing. It's a direct hit. Let's see whether Usman Tariq was in or not.
Actually, the stumps didn't light up, surprisingly.
TV umpire to director, we have umpire review at the striker end. For the run out, can I see the side angle, please? Bat grounded before the bails off. Satisfied?
Yeah, I think they had to go up and double check because the lights didn't get activated on the stumps, so they just wanted to double check. So Tariq, can he survive one delivery here? Few issues here with the bails. Obviously it's not resetting, so other ones have been brought out. Technology, amazing when it works, annoying when it doesn't.
Right, field has been rearranged as well. Now that Usman Tariq is on strike, he's got to survive one more ball here from Raza. Oh, hits the keeper hard on the gloves. Quick up delivery. Ball at 116 kmph. 116 for 9.
Yeah, this is a tough one. You've got to stay low. And Sam Billings doesn't. When it's that full, you've got to stay low. You can see he got it right on the edge. It's tough, especially at that pace. 116 kilometres. And you get a sense that Sam Billings has probably injured that finger before. Actually, to be fair, most keepers have injured all of them, all 10 digits. But they still carry on.
Yeah, it's turning out to be a very fine bowling effort from Lahore Qalandars, set up by Shaheen Afridi's couple of overs. He was outstanding, 2 for 6. Set up the show for them. Asif Afridi got the ball to bounce, 1 for 20. Jahandar coming on to bowl. He's roughed up in the only over that he had bowled.
Let's have a look at the J. Super Over where the contestant tried to hit the stumps. Yeah, keep going. Keep trying. I think you're getting a little bit closer to the stumps. Yeah, that will always work. I like the fact that Shaheen Afridi is brought back Jahandar, because like you said, got roughed up 20, and it's quite easy for him to potentially come back on it. Shaheen's still got 2 overs left and he could quite easily knock over the tail. But it's about thinking further into the tournament. How do I give this youngster some confidence to bounce back, to show some resilience? He's got an opportunity now.
Oh, that was hit extremely hard. Very fortunate that Jahandar moved out of the way, because that really was slot.
Yeah, powerful. Probably a good thing it wasn't anywhere near him, because I don't think his hands were going to come up in time, and we'd hate to see an incident like that. Fahim, he's got some power, hasn't he?
That's a lot better, the Yorker length. Shaheen Afridi's catch, wonderful catch, really was a good one, because he was moving in, trying to stop a single and then had to push back. Distance covered for the catch, about 30 yards. Long off position, very straight. Hits it hard for 6. He's a great timer of the ball. And every reason to promote Fahim up the batting order. Maybe he should be batting where Shoaib Malik would bat for Quetta Gladiators, because 200 plus runs were needed, and Fahim has got this ability to hit 4s and 6s.
Yeah, he's shown that, hasn't he? First straight down the ground, then is able to exploit the low full toss as well. Just perfect.
Well, that's into the gap for 4. Jahandar is not having a great time of it. 2 overs, none for 34. Quetta Gladiators, 130 for the loss of 9. This was crafty bit of batting there. The Yorker length put away square. Good wrist work from Fahim Ashraf. So we'll have a little pause there for Tapal T strategic timeout.
Quetta Gladiators are top of the table at the moment, but not for much longer, you suspect. Lahore have played a whole lot better tonight and should finish this job. It's quite a feisty last wicket partnership, you have to say here. There you go, bit of action. Tariq on strike now, waiting for Haris Rauf, who can bowl with real wheels. Oh, is that half a chance to slip?
Now he tied on the fielder, placed in the first leg. Looked a different side, Lahore Qalandars tonight. Captain has made the right calls throughout the night, and that ball disappeared in no time.
Little run of boundaries. 3 fours, a 6, just giving a bit of impetus to the last stages of this innings. Excellent performance from the Qalandars earlier in the day, I have to say, with the bat. Well, I say earlier in the evening, really. Particularly from Sam Billings, by the way, who gave the last sort of stanza of the innings such a flurry. BYD leads the world in new energy vehicles, and PSL leads the game in talent. BYD is giving away BYD Seal as the prize to the player of the tournament, so stay tuned. What do we make of these early stages of a tournament? You know, there's a win here, a win there. You played not so well one game, better the other. Is it just everybody getting into the tournament, do you think, Amir?
Well, this is the way Lahore Qalandars, most of the times, they started off in a PSL. And they gathered themselves, and especially the one they won.
What, you mean they're a mixed bag? And the fans have really enjoyed the match at the Tupple Tea Lounge, Pakistan's #1 tea brand. Time for the fans to enjoy the cricket with Pakistan's own brand. More superb timing. How about this? Fahim, I mean, he's played like Brian Lara.
Showing his batting prowess. Fahim Ashraf. He's a top order batter. I'm surprised. He's been asked to bat that low down the order. He's a much better batter to bat at number 8.
Well, he's a proper player. I mean, you don't play shots like the ones he's played. He doesn't look happy, the great man. Guys, 140 for 9.